All right, this is Randalicious, and welcome to the 64th Hexis podcast, our last podcast of the year. We will be having the best and worst of the Hexis podcast starting. It should be coming out on Christmas, but we'll get there when we get
Hey,
there. Let's get it going. I'm Randalicious. I'm the leader of Hexis.
I'm Pod Often. I'm a Bront star in Hexis.
I'm Dead Kantus, smiling Hexis.
I'm Darkseance. I became a banana today in Hexis.
Grats.
Yeah, thanks.
I'm Mickey Sounds.
I'm Gingbino, and I'm in charge of the anime channel on the Hexis Discord.
And I'm Trickool, and I don't know why the hell, or how the hell I've gone from being second to introduce myself to last.
Well, you're slacking, and if you want to be a regular member, which, by the way, we are looking, or by we, I mean pretty much me and myself only, looking for somebody to become a new regular on the podcast, take place of the dead Aubrey. He's got some shoes to fill, and
So if you want to be entered into the Hexis podcast giveaway, comment with hashtag #DeadAubrey and you can be a regular.
Also want to give a huge shout out to the Hexis merch store. Currently, things are 20 to 30%. Things are 20 to 30% off right now for Christmas. Get your shit, get it now. And what the fuck happened with Discord? So get your shit, get it now. We're on sale. So it's Dead Kantus and Darkseance's first time as being on the podcast. So tell the viewers a little bit more about yourself.
I've been playing old school for a few years now. Finally made the switch over from WoW like earlier last year. And, right now I'm pretty much just skill hopping to 20 mil base. I'm planning to get my Hexis rank soon.
I'm Darkseance. I've been playing RuneScape for 18 years now. I used to play RS3. I got 5.4 and then moved over. And hello to everybody on the TeamSpeak. Hamel, Excel who's watching. And that's about it.
All right. So there's a lot of things that came out. It's been about 4 weeks since the last podcast. But let's start off with one of the things that came out pretty much right after the last podcast, and that was Mage Arena 2, Revenant Caves. So Mage Arena 2, have you completed it? What are your thoughts on it? And if you have completed it, tell us your story about it and your struggles of obtaining it.
So, yes, I completed Mage Arena 2. It took me about 30 minutes. The first kill was, I didn't know what I was doing, but then I was able to do the second 2 kills with 1 inventory. I did it during the Deadman mode, like, finale. So there was, like, no PKers out. I didn't die at all. Didn't even see a PKer. And that's about it.
No, I haven't actually bothered to complete it because I can't see any real benefit to doing it. I don't engage in any sort of PvP, and it's a very
2.5%.
minor upgrade. That's very minor.
Wait, is it 2.5?
It's 2.
Oh, 2.5. Trickle, what about you? You get that?
Nah.
Pointing boy.
Oh. Yeah, I tried to get the cape on 5 hours on release and I ran in with my twisted bow, killed the dudes. Didn't really find any PKers or anything, which was weird. Or like, I saw a lot of PKers, but they didn't bother with me for some reason. So I guess I just looked out.
Yeah, I got it. I used I really didn't like the Mage Arena 2. and just the way that it's set up and how you pretty much are damaging yourself the entire time while you prepare to, you're preparing yourself to try to like find where the fuck this mage thing is at. You take so much damage with this hot and cold stuff. I don't really like the hot and cold thing, and it took me several trips. I died twice. Both times were when I had 2 of the 3 hearts. And both times I lost like nothing when I died to a team of 30 people killing me. So that was kind of stupid. Then after I actually completed it, I discovered a very fatal flaw and a bug with it. Like I completed it, and I was about to trade in my cape, but then I decided not to for the upgrade. And then he just decided, nah, fuck it, you can't get anything upgraded. Then I had to go out there again and kill one of these things. Finally have it fucking work. So it was very fucking bugged. The graphics for it suck. Twisted Bow shouldn't work, and I think it's very stupid.
Yeah, the demons look really dinky. Like, what were they thinking?
Yeah, I did it on release, so I saw no PKers because I think everybody's at Rev Caves. Ended up bringing like the Ancestral out because I didn't know T-Bow work, but it was, I guess, easy to do. Just a bit disappointing though, just how it actually was. Thought it was going to be more than it was, but oh well.
Yeah, okay, so I had to attempt killing it like 7 times. Because the first time I ran out of supplies just finding where it was with the fucking locator thing. And then I got killed, and that like sequence happened 3 times. And then when I finally found it and didn't get killed, I walked behind a rock and it despawned. And then the final time I ran out of supplies. I don't even.
Yikes.
I don't even know, man.
Did you
It was
get it?
bad. Yeah, it was. It took like 7 tries.
Did you have a great time?
No, I was very, very given up. But I have it.
All right.
That's what counts.
Okay, so next was the Rev Caves. Have you guys been down at Rev Caves at all? Seen it at all? If you haven't, just overall, what are your thoughts on Rev Caves? Their drop table and everything about them.
Seems pretty boring without uniques, and I don't think it's that good money anyway because you're gonna get killed. So it's probably gonna end up being one of those things where they just dump even more shit on the drop table to make people go there.
Yeah, I don't really like the drop table. The 100 dragon legs and 100 dragon skirts is like I really didn't believe it to be true when I saw that it came out. I think that's ridiculous. I understand that that's what's supposed to be like essentially a placeholder drop for like possible unique rewards, but I don't know. With the whole thing with Rev Caves, the whole thing is just like placeholder everything. Like it's a placeholder drop table. It's placeholder graphics. They're all fucking recolors of everything that's already in the game. Just everything about the Wilderness Rejuvenation to me just seems like it was all placeholder graphics and drop tables and shit. And I honestly think it's the most poor quality designed update we've had released this year. And I can probably make a case since Achievement Diaries. It's terrible.
Well, the actual
I-
content of the Rev Caves themselves, like they look nice enough, they work nice enough. What's wrong with them other than the drop table?
Hate how they look. Well, it's not just Revs, but it's also like Mage Arena too. That's part of it. Like the whole
Oh, yeah, that part.
the whole Wildy Rejuvenation as a whole.
But I've been to the Rev Caves a few times PKing. Never actually killed them, but it seems like the drops are pretty bad. Unless you hit the rare drop table or whatever. Seems like it was pretty like lazily done, just the graphics of them and the drop table being 100 noted of a alchable item.
I haven't been
there's
there yet.
standard, though.
I don't really plan on going there, especially not because I make more money on my ult at Zora, and I feel like it's pretty good for like maybe Wilderness Slayer, because you can cannon like Greater Demons and Black Demons. I don't really feel like the teams bother checking those areas, so you might be able to get away with it. But other than that, it's pretty silly with the drop table and whatnot.
Yeah. Well, I think the Rev Caves are like pretty fun content for the newer players. The fact that like the rare drops are alchables, I do not agree with. Like, I would have been happy if it was like 100 magic seeds or something.
Hold on.
Boy.
Well, you know, something that would have a similar value but wouldn't alch. Because I don't
Basically,
think
you want to
like
ruin the price of magic seeds.
no,
I don't think ruin is actually the right word there. I think fix perhaps would be.
It does have a chance to drop a crapload of magic seeds, doesn't it?
I
No,
think
just
eight. 8 of them.
8 or
No, that's-
9. Yeah.
That's quite a lot.
That's less than a day.
But like, I generally really disagree with large amounts of GP coming into the game. So, dragon skirts or 100 rune items as a rare drop, I think that's a terrible idea. Overall, like, I like how people are, more inclined to go to the wilderness, and that like PKers have something to do. So I think it's a pretty good update, except for the drop table of the revs. And that's about all I have to say about that, I guess.
Alright. Whoever's fucking with the spreadsheet, make it clear who the boy is.
Me.
That's trick, isn't it?
And I haven't touched the spreadsheet. I'm picking fluff out my belly button.
This guy's drunk.
Moving on again.
Or Ginge, did you have anything you wanted to add?
No, that's why I removed my name from the question.
Well, I mean, when he's putting in the boy, and he said he was going to answer when your name's up there, so things are not really clear. There's not good communication.
Randy, if you read the questions, sometimes it says Ging, sometimes it says Ging and the boy. The boy is me. If I ain't on that question, I ain't answering. I even put a nice little thing saying, the boy doesn't care about the wilderness.
See, I'm also a boy, so I didn't know. And, like, there's a lot of boys in
Come
here.
on, be nice to yourself. You're a man,
I'm
Randalicious.
sorry, I'm a man, yeah.
Alright. So
Yeah, you can be a boy, but you're never gonna be the boy.
Alright, so what changes would you guys make to like the whole wilderness rejuvenation to improve the quality of it? Can be for any Rev Ks, Major Arena 2, Chaos Altar, any of the shit that just came out.
Changes to it.
Yeah.
I think the whole point of Wilderness Rejuvenation is stupid. Like, if PKers are gonna PK, they're gonna PK. Like, all Wilderness Rejuvenation does is bring people who are only gonna be out there for like a month, and then they're gonna go back to skilling and PVMing. It's not gonna be a permanent stay.
Yeah, I would have
So,
not made the Major Arena at all.
so you wouldn't have made any changes then?
Yeah, should have just been left as it was in the past.
Yeah, I feel like to rejuvenate the wilderness, they need to come out with updates in the wilderness that are meant for player versus player, not player versus skiller and player versus PVMer. That I think is the most important thing that they need to be able to do, and I don't think that the things that they introduce are able to hit in those areas. I would have.
So what kind of update would that be?
I am not paid to fucking do that. I'm just a jackass with a mic. You know, I'm not the one who.
Okay.
I'm not the one who forced the rejuvenation in. We didn't need it to happen. I'd pretty much, if I was part of the team and I saw how like poorly received Mage Arena 2 and Rev Caves were upon release, I would have been embarrassed to have been part of the team to like have that come into the game and then to not remove it from the game due to how poor the quality was. Man, I would genuinely be embarrassed. I think that it's just real bad. All the like pretty much everything they're doing is that they came out with, as I said before, it's like placeholder everything. There was no need for it to come out when it did. No one was expecting it, and we found out less than a day before it came out that it was coming out. It's just horrible on every single area.
Hmm.
No, are you just not gonna answer or what?
Well, I think it's a pretty fun update for people, like not me particularly, because I don't PvP and I don't really need the GP. But I believe people like still will go there, and I'll give it to you that like the execution is pretty poorly, and like I don't agree with the random drop table esque drop table the Revenants have. But yeah, if they put in a bit more time on like the NPCs they put there, it would have been a decent update in my opinion.
Yeah, I
I think
think
the
it had.
biggest problem was uniques failed and they still put them in. I mean, like, why did they make the Rev Cave when the fucking gear didn't even pass?
I don't know. I really feel like
They did that with raids when like 50% of the shit for that didn't pass.
Yeah,
they
well, you
did.
had something. You had T-Bow and Ancestral, but this has
Yeah.
nothing. This is just
Because
go here.
they'd already basically developed it, and so putting it out would have taken little to no effort and would have had a certain amount of return. They would have got more subscribers from it, so why not put it out?
But why not delay development until something passes then?
I think they were just a bit sick of it not passing and just said, oh, fuck it, and put it out, really.
Like, it was just bad. Like the game didn't need this update to be pushed out when it came out. It was obviously very rushed and not really even half-assed put together. You know, it wasn't like they had a deadline or anything for us to where that's when it's going to come out or anything. It just
I don't think you can say that though, really.
they didn't have to put it out when they did put it out.
Yeah,
And
they
that's-
did.
I
But
think
it
the
wasn't
holiday period is a
half-assed.
good deadline.
It wasn't half-assed. Like the easiest part of the whole thing would have been adding stuff for it to drop, and none of it passed. But like the whole like designing the environment and everything, they still did. Like they didn't just pump out some copy and paste of existing stuff.
Well, they
Just
did
slap
that
it
for
there
all
and
the
expect.
graphics.
Did they?
The graphics aren't placeholders.
Well, I mean, by
it's kind of unfair
placeholders,
to
they're
say it was
like
hard,
copy
like,
and pasted.
There's
That's what
more to an
Revenants look
update than
like.
just how much money an hour it is.
It's not that good money.
Revenants are just ghosts.
It's a bit over 1.5 mil an hour, isn't it? GP wise.
That's not even good.
No. Well, you know, not for elitist people, but like
They should bump
Not
that.
not for us lot that were brought up on 10 mil an hour.
yeah, exactly. You can
Yeah, but
like
the average Joe isn't going to get
Oh,
1.5 mil an hour. They're going to get like 1 mil an hour.
yeah, if you can like afford
And
a
that's if they
blowpipe
survive the teams that are
and
going to camp
some
there
other
because they
shit,
know that the shit down there can drop 100 fucking D-lags.
but they're gonna fail after a while. They're gonna get bored. Like Or at least that's what I think.
I think the Revcas will be pretty dead content. If it's not
I don't
already
think
pretty
it
dead,
will.
if it's not
You know
already
how
pretty dead.
significant that is to Iron Man? 1D legs drop is like 80 construction.
Yeah, I guess like that might be who it benefits most is Iron Man, not PVMers, not PKers, Iron Man. Fucking hell. Alright. Something that they did over the last month was the ducks in the Woodcutting Guild had their ability to swim right up next to the shore restored after they were previously removed without a pull in a previous update. So what this did enable was people to do 2-tick willows, and they just decided to get rid of it for really no reason or explanation out of nowhere. How do you feel about Go ahead.
No
Somebody
one would
said the
care
reason
about
was-
this unless King of the Skill wasn't going on at the same time.
They said the reason was it doesn't make sense that a duck can swim on land, so.
But it can walk on
What
land.
can stand them? Yeah.
So how do you guys feel about this
Can
content
ducks in
being...
RuneScape actually swim though, or actually walk on land?
Well,
Are all on water?
It did swim,
We
so.
have no evidence otherwise.
Yeah, dude.
How do you feel about content being inadvertently nerfed through updates like this and then restored? Do you think the ducks should have been allowed back onto the shore?
Is it content? Is it content?
Kind of like, is it a glitch or isn't it? And for them to just fix that or change that, I have no issue with that. Personally.
Seriously, if King of the Skill wasn't running at the same time, the only people who would have been reading about it are people who can't do Monkey Madness 2. But because it was going on like 2 weeks into King of the Skill, it got a hell of a lot of like uproar about it.
Yeah, they should have fixed it like either after, not during, because people like quote unquote abused it, right?
I just don't think they should have done it at all in any capacity.
Wait, you want them to do a poll over something like that?
No, it shouldn't have been touched at all. They never should have fucked with the ducks. And
hashtag don't fuck the duck.
Like the ducks should have just been out there quacking, doing their thing. Why'd they have to go and fucking touch them?
Well,
I think they knew it was a skilling method.
Because I skimmed over the post when it came out, and I was like, oh shit, they nerfed 2-tick willows without actually knowing how it worked properly. And someone in the CC said, like, nah, it didn't. And I was like, alright, it didn't. But to see that it actually got like nerfed sort of by accident, I guess, it's pretty funny. Especially considering their sort of acceptance towards that sort of stuff as well. They don't seem to mind it that much.
Pat, what do you think?
Who does it even apply to? Like, just do 2-tick teaks.
Well,
not
level 3s and such.
Not everyone can get on Apatol.
You can't go back to Apatol after the quest if you're 1 defense. And the main tweet that I saw of a guy complaining about it was 1 defense.
Bet he's just gonna AFK Redwoods anyway.
Wait, was one tick willows actually faster than anything else? Like, I see willows as something that is like really slow, like
I think it's like 100 something K an hour still.
Oh, really? Oh. Okay. My bad. I thought it would like change from like 40k an hour to like 60k an hour or something irrelevant.
No, fuck no. Over 100K.
Okay.
Alright, so King of the Skill recently finished up. Did you participate in it in any way? If so, what skills did you do? And what do you think about how the competition was run?
Didn't do it, but I think people should just have supplies Not have to do like an Iron Man speedrun.
Oh, more on that question to come later.
That's it.
I initially planned to try doing fletching, just because it seemed like a really lazy skill to do. Just get the woodcutting guild Rex and then sit there making willow longbows for a while, but turned out that the best method round with an alt or do Wintertodd, so I gave up pretty quickly on that one. I wouldn't have.
It's just around the time that I'd gotten bored with RuneScape 3 and I had a bit of membership left, so I figured I'd meme around on it. Did some fishing, did some agility, and then I got Assiduous Favor, like all the way up to 100%, and then just sort of didn't play. Sort of wanted to see what it'd be like. I didn't plan out anything. I literally just logged in and played it for a bit. I was fucking killing chickens for a little bit as well. I was just really bored because I was sort of through that sort of. I've been playing RuneScape 3 for like 3 months, and I just sort of want to have something AFK to do on the side, and figured it'd be easier to just have nothing to do on the side.
I didn't bother doing anything, but I think it was pretty cool that they had a skilling competition that didn't just encourage unhealthy gameplay like normal competitions are. I think it was really good on them to realize that. But I think they do need to be a bit more clear with the rules because there's been a lot of drama about disqualifications.
More on that to come. Yeah, I didn't participate. I think that there's a lot of things that would need to be for it to be something I'd want to compete in. But I do like that it's something that they decided to explore this. I think that people really enjoyed participating in it. It was a very good viewing experience, and very very different. And the thing that I do like most, like you said before, is the 24 hours per account. There are some people that played 15 different accounts, or I'm sorry, 18 different accounts throughout the month, and that's a little unhealthy. But the idea of you don't have to play all day every day to be able to do this was pretty good.
I think.
Go ahead.
Nah, I insist.
Well, I mean, you were trying to interrupt me, so it must have been something pretty good. So go ahead.
Nah, I had an impulse, so I'll let you finish in case you cover the impulse.
Lost my train of thought. Go ahead.
I seriously think they missed a trick not including questing in this sort of thing, because like once you got past the whole sort of quote unquote cheaty way to get total, the way that Wooks did Wintertodd and shit, it was just who can do the most quests for the most total XP. People doing quests in between quests was so bloody cool, because it's something that like I did really really poorly on early in the game. I'd go and do like Goblin Diplomacy, but like on the way to go and do Goblin Diplomacy, I'd like do Doric's quest at the same time. I thought it was really cool, and to see people actually sort of optimize it was really awesome. And for them to just sort of not include it, and for its main reason to be to get King of the Total level, which was kind of like the most controversial skill out of the lot, was really sad because it was definitely the most interesting aspect of it for me. The only part I sort of liked.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't participate at all. I was planning on participating if I would figure out a like method and then try and then see how far I would go. But I really couldn't be bothered to do my own research because I just like playing the game. So I never really got into it. I liked how Bodhi like put a like 1k bounty on the 1600 overall thing, and like the entire like thing going around that. I really like that. So yeah.
All right. So, what changes would you guys like to see done to it in the future, like if they were to ever do it again, what changes would you like to see done to it, and what changes would they have to make for you?
I really didn't like that it was starting at level 3 and just winning everything. I think if it was max total, then I would have played, but it wasn't, so I didn't. And just as I said earlier, just change the ruling and make it more clear what's allowed and what isn't allowed, so there isn't this big controversy at the end of it all.
Fuck. Go ahead.
Sorry, who's fuck?
I already answered.
Okay.
Uh,
Pod off then.
I mean, I pretty much agree with what Dead Kantus said, and like, in order for me to compete in it, I don't know. I want to be able to play my main, and I can't really, participate in efficient skilling and play my main at the same time. So I never really will participate in something like this.
I wouldn't really say that I want changes to be made to it so much as I'd like different variants of it to be run. I liked the state they did it in, where it's just pretty raw and everything was, other than alternate accounts, supposed to be fairly unrestricted. So I just think if they did different versions, like if everybody was maxed, or everybody had all quests done, or there was a version where it was 2 complete quests, it'd be good. Just enough stuff to create future content from it, really, and not just let it go to waste, because it's a great idea.
Going exactly off what Pot said, I think I speak for a lot of us, we are far too focused on our mains to ever stray away from them. Like, even it could be the most perfect piece of content in the game, and we still wouldn't stray too far from our mains to play it. I think what they did currently was, at the moment, was alright, besides the sort of the whole big bad wolf being alts coming into play as it usually does with everything these days. So, and if they were a lot more firmer on the rules regarding like scouting for worlds or things like that, it'd be a little more fair of a competition to watch. I really want a quest one, because I think that'd be really cool. Like doing
A Quest
quests.
Cape one?
Yeah, just doing quests in between quests is just cool as hell.
They were, like, that was the thing they talked about first.
Yeah.
We never did
The
it.
Quest Cape speedrun.
In 2015, I watched a dude stream for 7 hours speedrunning Desert Treasure 2 from Tutorial Island. It was awesome.
Yeah,
There's a treasure too.
I like the whole, like, there is just so much potential with the game mode. Like Jinja's talking about how they can go into quests or maxed levels, get in the quest. I really like the potential for it. I think that the way that they ran it wasn't perfect. I don't like that you can view the high scores. I think that like it's cool for the viewer, not necessarily the people that are actually participating in it. It's sexy, it gets more people to talk about it, so I get it, I understand why, but I'd rather see there being no high scores. I think that like the people that use their Twitch viewers get an unfair advantage at for certain skills should be disqualified. Uh, they're kind of picking and choosing, qualifying who not to. For me to participate, it would have to be all quests completed, max total level, unlimited supplies for me to even then consider doing it.
But would you really want to take 24 hours of efficient gameplay away from your main?
I can probably squeeze in 24 hours of it throughout a month, like while I'm doing like Canon Slayer tasks.
Really?
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind seeing like a 50 times XP race to max.
That'd be cool. Yeah, I mean, it would still take.
30 hours.
Well, you'd have to. Well, would you be starting with unlimited supplies or what?
30 hours.
I mean, okay, 60 then, because it's Iron Man, so.
I think that'd be alright. There was one other point that I wanted to talk about. But I wrote it down. I had a lot of feedback to give for this, and I feel like I didn't have anything fucking good. I hope they do it in the future. That's all I got.
Okay. Well, yeah, if I would do it, like, I would really want infinite supplies. So, like, redwood logs, I don't know, dragonstones, onyxes for crafting, etc., etc. So
They should
it would,
reduce XP if they do that, though.
it wouldn't matter. At least, like,
People
the
would hit 200 mils.
Yeah, but like the road to getting said XP would be known, right? Like
Yes.
if you would be 99 agility, it would be known, like be super efficient at Brimhaven, and you would like get rank 1, right? And then I would like actually give it a solid effort to see where I would stack up against the rest. And yes, skill point competition would be really fun to watch, not to do.
I'd like to see there be like some kind of log out penalty to where like you have to wait like 30 seconds before you log out or a minute before you log out, or like have there be some kind of penalty to where the most efficient way of training several skills isn't logging in for just a brief moment, getting the XP, or buying certain things in stock and then logging back in. Like
It
I don't.
also
But
that also punishes poor planning. Like if you have to log out to plan, you would lose time with that, so that's good.
yeah,
Yeah, my brief stunt doing it, I'd log out and wait for stuff to despawn in shops so I could sell them cheaper.
Yeah, I don't like that.
More expensive, sorry.
I do appreciate that is very thought provoking. It really is. But
Some of the more serious people plan out these huge routes with really cool. Like you see Jebram's agility one,
yeah, it was great. God bless
and he had
Jebram.
log outs in his. Like he'd log out and wait for minigame teleports to reset and shit like that. It was really cool.
Yeah, I do think that the people that had their shit planned out very well and didn't use any other accounts to gain an unfair advantage, genius on their part.
I also owe you $10 because they give Jebram 4 rewards.
Ah, yeah, that's right. I fucking forgot. Thank fucking you. Be sure to.
Hey man, I'm a man of my word.
I should have wrote that down. I
how
am
do I donate?
happy. I'm real happy that Jebram is getting all of his rewards.
How do I give you my support?
You can.
$50. I'm gonna give you 10 support.
Give him the money after he gets the tattoo.
That's not got nothing to do with the tattoo.
Yeah,
What the
it's
fuck are you
irrelevant
talking
in
about?
this discussion.
Yeah, I don't really
Yes.
know how I feel about one person taking 4 spots though.
Why not? Like he
It's well deserved.
rightfully, yeah,
Yeah, he
that's
won.
more well deserved than any other motherfucker getting these other shit. Like he not just won it, he also took second, third, fifth. I don't know.
Well, yeah, but in like legit sports, it would be like Usain
Yeah,
Bolt
I
won
thought that, but
everything.
no.
Congratulations. That's like so dumb. Like, I have nothing against the guy because he actually did really good on King of the Skill, but I don't think he should get all, or get all 4 prizes.
I
And
disagree.
People should have beat him then.
It also demotivates other people that are competing when they just know, oh, Jebram's gonna get rank 1 to 10.
I mean, but like, he's the only person who can claim that with any skill, and it's seriously impressive.
It is. It's fantastic. Like
Yeah, it is.
to everyone watching this who does not like Jebram, I mean that's fine. You can hate him all you want, but one thing you got to do is fucking respect that agility.
Well, yeah, but like, even if it wasn't Jebrim that is widely loved by the community, like any other person that would get more than 1 prize, I would kind of disagree.
I don't know. I feel like
with.
the
Will my
people.
Twitch alerts come through Ging's stream or not?
They shouldn't, but I am recording it on my end, so I'm uploading it to YouTube off of my file. It should get that. off my
You know,
recording.
if I don't get a Twitch alert for this, it's not worth it.
It worked.
Did you turn them off?
Oh, have I got the Twitch alert?
Yeah, it did. It worked.
One for the real, baby. One for the real.
Okay, let's just move on. I'm gonna delete the next question because you guys are children. So Jebram released a
Hey, I wanted
guide.
to say that I thought what that guy came out with was fucking awesome.
All right,
The
we'll
way he
talk.
solved the library, that was seriously cool.
All right, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. So, what do you guys think of this guy's wrong? What do you think of the wrongful disqualification of this guy on Reddit and how he was able to figure out the library and how they kind of like pick and choose to disqualify? Like, boy was disqualified for his knowledge. What do you think about this?
So this guy basically destroyed the magic in the runecrafting category by using his head, which is the whole idea of King of the Skill. And if what he's saying is correct, and if he doesn't get reinstated, that is complete and utter bullshit. And that's all I have to say.
What did he do?
Great idea.
Arceus library, and he just altered it?
No, there was
so
no
the
alts.
idea is that the library isn't random. He figured out how the library spawns and where the books go and what patterns there are, created a program that would visualize it for him, and then just went and did it.
Does that mean it's good on
Wait,
the
and he got disqualified?
He got
so
disqualified.
Dumb. No, I don't agree with that. That's dumb.
Did he release the program?
So what XP per hour is that?
Did he? Fuck me, that's pretty cool.
That's really impressive.
Isn't that similar to like what Luke's did with the Jad or the Fight Cave speedrun thing?
Yeah,
It's what,
uses
it's
that as an
what
example
very
in that
early
post.
raids. It's what very early raids look like.
Yeah, this
It's
guy.
not good enough RC to be worth it outside of King of the Skill, but within King of the Skill,
Okay.
it's hands down the best way to do it.
Yeah,
because
because
it
you
was
can
Iron
load
Man
off
again.
in between.
It's like
Yeah.
60k-ish an hour.
Well, doesn't that mean that it is meta for new Iron Man?
Yeah.
That's pretty big.
Guy is absolute genius, and I think that he should be rewarded with more than what he was supposed to win because they disqualified him. Like, give that man 2 lifetime memberships. I don't fucking know. It's brilliant to be able to
2.
figure out the code and shit and everything that he did.
Another one.
Just, he's a genius. I hope that
This question is stupid.
hope that he gets his shit that he deserves.
He a genius.
Alright, so Jebram released a guide on how to get more tickets per hour at Brimhaven. Perhaps maybe about like 80k an hour. But it's pretty much using an alt to scout out other worlds. And
Would you believe it?
What do you think about this method, and is it something you'd ever consider doing?
I haven't looked at the method or the guide itself, but I think he said something that along the lines that it would work with swimming. So I may eventually look into it if it does speed up the XP per hour there, but I don't think I'll be using it for Brim.
Yeah, it's Jebram, genius. This is why he is the king of agility. It really pisses me off that people hate Jebram, and like they can hate him, that's fine, but like they completely discredit the shit that he he put out the method for how to win King of the Skill. All people would do is rip him about it. He's putting out this. Here's how you get more like agility XP per hour at Brimhaven, and people were fucking like ripping him about it. Like, what the fuck? That shit really. Why? Great on his part. I wouldn't do it for Brimhaven though. Still too stuck in the arty ways. But yeah, if it is good for swimming, I think swimming. It's supposed to be like over 70k an hour when fucking Fossil Island changes come. I'll be very interested to see what the XP rates could potentially be using an alt to scout swimming.
Well, people already use alts to scout swimming. It's just
Really?
like the hopping thing. Yeah.
Hmm.
I'll have to try it out once the update comes, though.
The boy.
Yo, what up? What's the question?
Jesus Christ.
Is this the guy who did the library?
No, that was last
Yeah.
question.
This is the guy who has a
I already
billion.
said this in another question about Jeffrey
Agility
being
XP.
good at agility.
No, it's different. It's about the
Yeah.
new Brim method that he's using in
mean-
Alta Scout.
I've always been a big fan of Jebrim and the things he does. It's just a shame that the A word is included in this question. I mean, who other than Jebrim would come up with this? Are they still not buffed? Swimming? Because like they've been talking about that for months.
No, they haven't, and we're still gonna have to wait until like mid-January for them to come out with the
What the hell is taking so long? I want to be ranked 20 EHP already. What the fuck, dude?
The Fossil Island Wyverns being an unlockable Slayer task take you 5 fucking minutes to code, and they're still not coming out with that for another month.
Still not there either.
Still not there.
That was just punishment.
Alright, that one I could probably like morally accept that as punishment. I'd understand.
Yeah.
Alright. Hot or Bront.
Ban alts.
It'd be impossible for them to enforce it.
They can
Well, I
already
mean, they
enforce
enforced it for like 12 years.
Once upon
They-
a time, you couldn't log into more than one account at the same time. So
you still can't on the official client. You can't have more than 2 open.
Use
It says unable to create advertising, and it closes. That's why I
Can't you log
couldn't
in
be
at the
ranked
same
on
time?
Hexis account when I played
Can't
RS.
you
Like-
enter details at the same time?
what I would do would just be like have a laptop or have my laptop and like set it up as like a VPN
Wait. Is this
So you're telling me you'd be putting an extra effort to cheat? That's just even more evidence
Have you-
against you.
like that is
broken
just
the
like what
rules?
Aren't you meant to be an officer of the law here?
Oh my god.
This is shocking.
I can't believe it.
But like that's the type of things people would do.
the only people, like the people that would do that, only exist because alts have been around for so long, though.
So I think the method is cool. I mean, I'm all for like innovations to skilling, just like the spec transferring alts for
More on
Slayer.
that.
It's getting to the point where just smack as many RuneScape on your monitor as you can, and boom, big XP drops.
3 27-inch monitors. Baby.
Looking good.
How big is your resolution? And then good. Pretty dumb.
But I still don't see myself doing it just because Artie is number one.
Like, I honestly think a course could come out and be 100k an hour and people would still do Artie.
Oh hell
Hell
yeah!
yeah.
Like it could be 150.
Just cause
It could be-
it's Artie,
It
baby.
could be 150k an hour and like the same click intensity as like Smoke Devils, and people like the majority of people would still train with Artie.
Me personally,
Maybe
I
150k. I'd
don't
switch.
really use alts, so I won't be using this method.
Don't
it's-
really use alts?
I used alts for warbands years ago, and I used many of them, but not anymore. For Jebrim actually releasing the guide, I mean, I think that's a nice guy thing to do. He could have just kept it for himself.
I mean, how many people are actually gonna do it though?
Nobody.
Like barely anyone actually does Brimhaven in the first place.
No, it doesn't matter. He could have been like, "Screw you guys! I'm ahead of the curve forever now."
Well, apparently he's known it for a while. So.
He's always gonna be ahead of the curve though.
Well, yeah, but at least he gives others like the info required to try and keep up, I guess. Like from
Go ahead.
oh.
Randy, will you stop interrupting people on this?
Yeah,
book?
gee, man.
There was a long fucking pause. It ain't my goddamn fault.
You're ruining my mojo. Okay, but like, his perspective on IRL crap, I don't really agree with. But the thing he does on RuneScape is really impressive, and he's pretty. Like, I like what he adds to RuneScape.
Hey,
He's been the guy that's going to get 1 bill agility for years now, and I don't know. Kind of look up to him in a weird way. Kappa. That is all. Randy, you may now interrupt me.
Forgot what I was gonna say, so it probably wasn't important anyway. I mean, most of what I say really doesn't have any importance anyway. Sorry. Samurai legs now function correctly while having an Armadil crossbow equipped. Do you know anything about this? You know, how were the pants not functioning correctly? Do you have any interesting stories that you could tell us about your own wardrobe malfunctions?
Who added this?
This is a dumb question. No, I don't know anything about this. No, I don't have any wardrobe malfunctions.
Wait, silly question. What are samurai legs supposed to do?
It's a cosmetic item
cosmetic
from
item.
Blue Scrolls.
Well, you wear them, like on your legs.
Okay.
What,
on your what?
Samurai legs?
So would
Yeah.
they like clip through it, or do the legs have
I
like
don't know,
a
that's
special...
what the question's about. I want to
Yeah, it
find
wasn't
someone who
specified.
knows.
Oh.
I'd like to know what this looked like.
Yo, chat, do your thing. Everybody listening.
Like, not even Jekyll responded.
Alright,
Dude, the video of this guy uploaded is 2 hours long of him doing this book thing.
the
Really cool.
wardrobe malfunctions, not like haven't had any wardrobe only wardrobe malfunction I've seen in the last couple weeks was Matt K wearing a red sweater with long orange socks.
Like Bianca.
You wearing samurai pants?
Hell yeah.
He must be.
Any pants?
Maybe.
Yeah, I burnt my sweatpants on my heater yesterday. Does that count?
How?
Were they drying on there? Were you sitting on there?
Were
What?
you cooking them?
I put it up to max and I went and played for like 3 hours and I came back and they're black.
Shit, dude. Have I
Still
got a
gonna
turn
win,
on this question?
If you want, you can jump on in.
I'm pretty sure I'm correct in saying that it's been over 2 years, and they've still not fixed pigtails clipping through the angle of a hat. I think me and Ging both reported it on a daily basis for about 6 months at one point, and it still hasn't been fixed.
Surely it's a bug because there's no visual clue on the angler hat that says there'd be holes to put the pigtails through. They just kind of stick through anyway. It's not acceptable.
Seriously though, there was like a 4, 5, 6 month period where we'd both report it every day, and nothing came of it.
Right, so you have nothing better to do than to report the same thing
That's
over
my
and over.
life, really.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you if you notice a bug in a game, you gotta report it. Like
It was just after the Marks of Grace got fixed, and I had to have something else to complain about.
it is our duty as players to report. But I was doing the Desert Hard diary on my alt last week, and I came across a bug with achievement diaries. Shocking.
I'd just like to tell everybody I've listened to this sentence about 5 times in the past day.
Okay, so what happened? Randy?
So okay.
I'm interested.
Okay. You're supposed to knock out and pickpocket a Menafite thug.
Sure.
You get credit for that achievement diary thing just by knocking him out. When I knocked him out, I sneezed, so like I lost position of my mouse, so I couldn't pickpocket from him. But it still said I completed it.
Can we have like a sort of,
reenactment?
Yeah, live reenactment or something.
I would like for you to reproduce the bug for us.
Yeah, like how was the sneeze? Was it like a like a small one or a big one? Or
Are you sure you didn't knock your mouse while you were doing it?
Was
You're
it a
gonna have
snotty
to do
one like
some
your head?
YouTube
Because your eyes were
editing
closed
now.
at the time. You
Your
couldn't
head
have
could have,
actually
like,
seen what you were
smacked
doing.
Maybe
the
you
mouse
did
or
click
something.
pickpocket.
I didn't get any thieving XP.
Maybe you
Do you
failed.
need a requirement to knock them out, or is there a requirement to pickpocket them?
Requirement to knock
think
them
it's
out.
both.
Or
No, but like
maybe
a
to
thieving,
pick.
a thieving requirement.
I don't know.
Well,
But
should
still,
res-
you get
research
credit.
the
You get
area,
credit
but-
for knocking out and pickpocketing for just knocking out. Report bugs when you see them. All right, so the Corsair
Or abuse them.
Curse and Wilderness Chaos Altar recently came out. The Corsair thing is like a free-to-play quest, and the Chaos Altar has a 50% chance of saving your bones that you use on
Wait,
it.
holy shit, that actually come out?
Yeah, it's out now.
Jesus.
Have you done the new quest? What do you think about the altar? What are your thoughts on those two in general?
I did the quest on my main and my alt, and I don't really care about the wilderness altar. I'm scared of the wilderness, except Black Gins. I guess I have to go to Black Gins.
What's the quest like? Tell me the story.
Just a bunch of running around and talking to dudes, and then you're done.
That sounds like every other quest that has ever been
You
introduced.
asked for the
ever.
story, not for your story.
Almost-
Yeah, I asked for the story.
I don't know. I spacebarred the whole
Oh, okay.
Surely you read the text. You read the
Okay,
dialogue.
I actually read the text. Okay.
Okay, tell us what happened, please.
Okay, so you go to start the quest, and the captain guy is like, "Gee, there's a curse." So you go to this new island place, yeah,
Gee,
and then
I can't believe it.
and then you talk to all the cursed members.
What do you
And
learn
then-
when talking to these members?
That they're all a bunch of superstitious idiots. One found a doll while fishing, the other one stole a freaking toothpick, and something else. So you debunk the curse reasons, and then plot twist. There's actually a bad person. Then you talk to Captain Guy again. And he's like, murder the dude, and then you murder the dude, and then.
So you
finish the
willingly kill somebody for no reason
Hey,
other than a
Ru-
pirate
Ru-
telling you to do it.
RuneScape
Yes.
told me that 2 wrongs do make a right.
quest.
What a great story.
Yeah, the plot was great. You
Eyes
should do
on
it.
you, spacebar people.
Ash
this
put
is
it
what
together.
you're missing out on.
Yeah, I thought it was
All
actually a
hail the
pretty
space
good
bar.
quest
All hail.
for a free-to-play quest. Like, it was pretty fun. I enjoyed it.
You better stop.
8 out of 10.
Was the fight very difficult?
The what?
No, he's like
No.
level
You said
35. I
you
one
said
hit
you had
it.
to kill a man.
Yeah, he's
not a
level
boy.
35. You might want to add that guy to Nightmare Zone. I'm not sure.
No,
yet.
Nice.
I think he uses like magic or
Isn't there
something.
a snake or
Yeah.
something that's pretty good?
But like, would it
Oh
be hard
yeah,
if you're
yeah.
a
This
free-to-play
new
guy?
snake has like no defense.
You can get stuck on each other though, like Kendall.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to
know.
make a choice between the snake or
Shout out to
Kendall,
Kendall.
I believe.
Kendall. Ooh.
The new altar I don't really like. I was doing the on my alt I had to figure out how to get like the ghostly robe set, and one of my steps put me into the I don't know, I had to go to like the I don't know, something in like the lava maze or something. Fucking guide I was using. He had an image of where I was supposed to go, and he circled the fucking chaos altar and not wherever the fuck it was, like in the lava maze. I went to the chaos altar on my alt, and it just so happened to be like the day that update came out. I had this team of like 30 fucking attack me. I got barraged. Someone nailed me with a fucking ballista, and then they stopped attacking me. I had no at that time I had no food, like 40 health, and they just stopped attacking me. I don't know why. I don't know who did it either, but it
They did it.
yeah.
Do you have
Oh.
anything on you?
Nothing that. No, I was like fucking black d'hide and a couple shark and ghostly robes. So God bless him, not killing me. I don't know, like I don't really think people are gonna realistically train there. I think it's gonna be dead content.
Oh.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
good for
You were
everyone.
I kinda invested a small fucking fortune in bones, hoping they would go up, and they didn't. So I lost a lot
Aren't
of
you
money.
already rich? Don't you not need money?
Well, rich need to get richer.
Yeah,
Else-
boy, this
Never
is
has.
capitalism.
or else the meme doesn't work, But I kind of lost a bit of money.
How much did you lose?
Well, I still have them because I'm planning on using them, but I'm pretty sure I'm down 50 to 90 mil now.
Ouch.
It's whatever though.
That's
But I
insane.
do plan on using this silly altar.
Yeah, are you man enough? Training out
Yeah,
there?
like it's pretty easy to get up there. So I would go with small amount of bones on non-peak times because I'm from Europe, right? So when it's like 4 or 5 a.m. in America, nobody's actually up and PKing.
You'd be
So
surprised.
That's like peak sweaty PKer time.
really,
Yeah.
aren't like the 12-year-olds PKing at around 6
There is no
p.m.
good time in the wilderness. Like Australians, there's so many people
Breach.
from so many different time zones
And
that
it's
no
not
matter
just
what,
that,
you're
it's
gonna
just
run into
that
PKers.
like also PKers do not have a sleep schedule as well. Like they are not normal functioning contributing to society. I have a set schedule. Nah.
Wow.
Well,
Whoa.
I'm gonna give
Way
it
too
a
They're always out
solid
there.
effort. I'm gonna give it a solid effort before I sell all the bones. Okay, I'm not ready to cut my losses yet. Although I should.
Wait, what question are we doing?
The
Okay,
Corsair
who
Curse and
deleted
Chaos
this
Altar.
question?
I did. I'll
Okay.
undelete it if you want.
Well, I haven't done the quest because it
Why
came
did you
out.
undelete that? That's what we're answering right now.
Wait, which one are we doing then?
The Corsair Curse one.
Alright, well, I haven't done the quest yet because it came out during dead man mode, and I haven't bothered going back there. But I think the area looks nice. It's much better than it looked before, just being like a whole blackout area.
Wait, you haven't been there?
Well, yeah, I did the event, but for the Wilderness Chaos Altar, I don't think I'll be doing it. Seems like it'd be really annoying since it's in multi.
Oh yeah, if like a team logs in, you're dead.
Yeah, you can
Pretty
like
quiet.
Gorak teleport out there and use up your one inventory and run down to 30, teleport out. I don't know. I heard
Does
it's
that not defeat
I
the
don't know.
purpose of a dude there to denote them?
yeah,
Yeah.
it does, but what you're doing is saving on bones.
Is it
I'd
is it
rather
I think
just
fast
that
in
do.
guy's just to
Gilded
catch
Order?
the idiots who think it's a good idea.
Is that fast in Gilded Order? Because
Yeah,
Gilded Order is
just
pretty
as
fucking
fast.
quick.
No,
You
it's
can, like,
not.
one
It's not
ticket.
faster. It's
Well,
just
why
It's
would
the
you do it?
same.
it's
It's
but
just
cheaper.
you
save
use
bones.
X per hour.
Why is it cheaper?
Because
You have a
save
50% chance of saving the bone.
Oh yeah, cool, dude.
And
But yeah,
it's
I'll
also
be
not
doing it.
far away from being in single combat too. But
It's probably like what? Can you one tick there?
yeah,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Probably like 400 or 500k an hour then.
No more.
no, I
So-
heard 4 to 450k.
That's not bad.
Yeah. I think I'd rather just pay more and do it on my own POH though.
Fair.
How much is the chance of saving a bone?
50.
99.
Oh, it's 50.
50% chance. So if you do Eternal Prayer there, you could potentially save a bill.
Basically.
That's
Sure.
better. That's better than Necromancy.
Well, you're gonna die a lot, so
Yeah,
Probably
dude,
not
but
because
you gotta-
I feel like it's so dead content. PKers ain't really gonna fuck with it.
Yeah.
Like if that was the meta for non-alts, that'd be pretty funny.
It probably is.
it definitely is.
Oh, and a shout
by
out to Clone
100
Wars,
fucking
who made the Vengeance
shots.
thing. I don't know if
Oh,
you
yeah.
guys saw that, but that was amazing.
Huh?
The
Like,
Clone Wars guy who made like 20 fucking accounts, he got vengeance on all his accounts, and some guy in like
it was two Fools
top
members, I
tier
think.
gear
I saw this. Yeah, so
got like
pretty much
rocked
this
to
guy had
shit.
all of his accounts with vengeance, and someone attacked all of his accounts sitting on the same tile, and he fucking died from like 7 vengeance and lost all his fucking gear.
Yeah, and the guy had like ancestral and shit. It
Oh,
looked
God.
Yeah,
hilarious.
he lost like 200 plus mil from the vengeances.
Yeah.
Funny shit.
So yeah, that like made my day the moment I saw it.
Alright, so let's talk about some of the things that they had on the Q&A over the last few. Something that I know they've talked about it several times, but this time they straw polled it. Is buildable agility shortcuts. Brought up again. Do you think that buildable agility shortcuts will ever actually make it into the game? They keep talking about it. They keep saying they like it, but we keep never seeing any more of it. Is there any possible content, like also that has been brought up that you'd like to see in the game?
Well, like, is it gonna be like the what is it? The mithril crossbow thing you need to use it? Because
What,
like,
grapple?
No, it's like
Yeah,
a
the
one-time build. Like you'll put a plank somewhere that you can then just walk over is the whole idea.
yeah. Well, it might be nice for quests if it's like a dungeon area and just to make it easier to like get around for a second time. But it sounds like easy escape to me if you were to like permanently add shortcuts like that in existing areas.
But it's not necessarily easy escape because you would have to have the construction level for it.
Oh, because of the construction level.
And then the agility level to use it, like.
That doesn't not make it easy escape, though.
Yeah, it would just give the, I don't know, the no-lifers an edge over the like less frequent players, because like construction and agility aren't really popular skills, I feel like.
Yeah, it's the classic make people that don't like skilling do skilling because reward.
Yeah.
Not good.
I mean, I would be like, oh, gee, this is so helpful for me. But like, if it would have a higher requirement, like over 70, a lot of people would be like, God damn it.
It doesn't need to have a high requirement.
Okay, then yeah, I'm 4, I guess. But it would, I would like it to take some effort to set up though, just not a high level requirement behind it, I guess. Like the Rev Caves have like that level 90 agility shortcut thing. I really disagree with that.
Why?
Why? Because if I would be there and people would attack me, right, to kill me, and they should be able to. But like,
But you're
because
agile enough to slip away.
yeah, exactly. I really disagree with that. Like,
I think that's one of the best things about agility is like this guy is fat and has a low agility level. I am a athletic agility boy with higher agility. I will outrun him and get away. I think that's
yeah.
fundamentally that's perfect to have. I think.
Well, agility, I kind of see.
completely disagree.
I like shortcuts being like the Taverly one where you jump over the spikes or go through the tube, being like, gee, I saved like a minute. Not like I as like a PvP advantage or something.
They're using their skills to kill you, You are using your skills to not get killed.
Yeah.
Yeah, but why should PKers get 90 agility?
They don't.
Why can't agility be classified as a PvP skill?
There are no PvP skills.
No, you're saying why do PvPers need to get defense levels? That's a bit unfair if they can have higher defense levels.
Well, that has to do with
Why can't I
combat.
just hit them
Agility
accurate?
doesn't have to do with combat.
Why not?
In the Rev
Well, it
Caves, it
doesn't.
certainly
It's not-
does.
it's
With
literally
In
not
the Red
combat.
Caves, it has a lot to do with combat because it allows you to escape.
Then why aren't people
You're
getting
kind
higher
of
combat levels
categorizing
based
things.
Same as
on?
prayer, really.
So if you smith a cannonball, smithing is combat.
Yeah, on an Iron Man at least.
Captain Contrarian to the rescue.
who's athletic agility man? Go ahead and answer.
G'day, I'm athletic agility man.
Just a sec.
No, I was boy who's taking a piss right now, but I'm back. And I didn't read the question, so I'm just
I
not
don't
gonna
think
answer
the
it.
shortcuts are ever actually going to come out. I've been posted about and suggested for about 4.5 years now,
Yeah.
and every time the mods say, "Yeah, that's a pretty good idea. We could add that," and then they kind of don't.
Do you remember when Leo suggested them?
This was also part of like Artisan in 2014 as well. Like
It's never
Yeah,
been
I
polled,
feel
but it's been suggested countless times.
and it
feel
has
like building-
always, like every time it's been suggested, it has always gotten positive feedback.
It goes,
was one of
"Yeah,
the
that's a
first
great
things.
idea."
Yeah,
one of
and
the
then it'll
first
come
things
out
that
and we'll
ever
all fucking
were
hate
suggested.
it. It's just how things work.
I like this. I really think that there's a lot that they could do with this. Like, just for like Slayer, for example, you could have so like you come down at the catacombs, you could like so like the abyssal demons that are right there at the entrance, put an agility level and a production level requirement, build yourself a little ladder, climb up it, and you get to those abyssal demons
I don't
slightly
want
faster
fucking
than what you could
construction
before.
XP on my graph.
Well, that's
Does
I've
Minecraft-
never gone to those abyssal demons because I don't actually know how to get there.
Wait, which abyssal demons are
it's
we
your
talking about
choice,
now?
but ultimately that's your choice. Like you don't have to do it. I think that there's a lot of potential for this. They could probably think of 50 to 100 different places in which they could add this kind of shit in, and like like that shortcut to get to like the Trollheim herb patch. Like this would be something that I feel would be much better for that instead of oh, you need to complete this diary to walk up these rocks.
As long as it doesn't have a high rec behind it, sure, I'm game. Like, I want everybody to take advantage of said shortcut.
Fuck everybody. That's why shortcuts and shit have levels.
The only thing a high requirement does is it makes people who don't want to do it just force themselves through it. It's just not good.
But then why do they have to be constructible? Why not just shortcuts?
Because it makes it a bit more interesting than just making a road.
Yeah, it adds a reason for people to cry about how there's no incentive to get above X amount construction level.
Well,
Yeah,
you want
if you don't have an
the pools
incentive to
already.
train something, don't train it.
Well, you want the pools already for construction, right? So you have plenty of incentive.
No.
And like what is it? The jewelry box and shit for construction. So yeah, I guess more shortcuts would be fine to train it.
Yeah.
What?
I don't see it coming into the game, man. I see it as unnecessary as well.
Why do you see it as being unnecessary?
Just don't need it. It's just pointless crap. Focus on quality of life. Give me quality of life.
Quality.
It is quality of life.
Yeah, like
It's
I'd argue
20
this is more
seconds.
quality of life than many other things that they try pissing out.
I highly doubt any of it will be useful if it is like brought into the game.
There'd be many things that would be useful, surely.
I don't see it.
Anyone else for this one?
it sounds like wasteful development time, but if it would be implemented, I would set it up, and a couple of times I would use it. I would be like,
Oh yeah, of
"Gee,
course
this
I'd
is
build it
helpful."
all. Like,
I
why
think
not?
this
It's
would be
kinda like
I think this would
research.
be excellent content. This is why every single time this gets brought up, it gets positive feedback, and it gets that for a reason. It baffles me why this still hasn't come
Whoa.
out yet.
I just got fucking one hit by the superior abyssal demon. I didn't even know I fucking clicked it.
See ya.
Alright, so something else that they had in the Q&A was the question that was asked on the Q&A was, from a dev standpoint, are there any items you wish weren't in the game or as strong as they were in as many areas? And the JMods, alright, so Matt K said the dark bow, Tom H said the blowpipe and twisted bow, Ed said the twisted bow, and that's pretty much it. So what do you think about some of the mods giving their opinions on items that they wish they could nerf? Do you think that they should go ahead and nerf more items without a pull, like what was done with Void and the Serpentine Helm earlier in the year? Like, what items do you think weren't in the game or weren't as powerful?
Where is this question on the spreadsheet?
The next motherfucking question.
Yeah, it's right on
It's
the
on
last
page
one.
5.
I don't see it.
Oh, I think the ones that they brought up, especially the twisted bow and the blowpipe, definitely do need retroactive nerfing, and I would be fully in support of the mods just saying, yep, we're doing it, and not actually asking people, because people aren't going to want them nerfed because they want to use them, etc., etc.
Trickle.
Why did Matt K say dark bow? Like ever since
I
Void,
think he's
It's
just a
Matt
bit out
K.
of touch.
ever since Void got nerfed anyway, like dark bow has never really been a threat because it can't one hit people anymore. But yeah, I mean, like when you compare DPS calculations between like blowpipe and the best ways of putting out DPS with melee and magic, it's really quite terrifying how sort of OP blowpipe is. And like with bow, it's just sort of like the solution to everything. It's kind of bad, but I guess if they were to do it, there'd be a lot of uproar, especially considering the bow is so expensive and that a lot of people have got some pretty cool stuff with a bow. Like only a hand. I don't know if it's still true actually, but like only a handful of people have done the Inferno without a bow. And if they just sort of turn around and nerfed it, it'd be kind of unfair for the guys who haven't got it yet.
Mooks did
But
it.
yeah,
Well, luckily they have a way of nerfing the bow without nerfing the bow. They can just reduce magic levels on all the bosses and keep in front of the same.
like that first time they showed off the bow and it hit a fucking like 70 on Bandos. And that was like I think they even said on the stream like, "Oh, that shouldn't have happened," and it came to the game. And yeah, 70 should have happened. It should have been hitting at least 80s. It was just crazy, absolutely fucking bizarre.
Yeah, it wasn't capped in the beginning, right, when it first came out?
Yeah.
No, it was
hit an
bloody
85.
ridiculous.
No, I know. It was uncapped, like the damage outside of raids.
Yeah, it's capped at 250 mage now, I believe. Oh wait, it's my turn, right? Well, as somebody who does own a twisted bow and PVMs infrequently, I really love my bow, but for future content, they really have to figure out a way where twisted bow isn't the go-to thing for like the new demons for the magic ape. It really was just
That pisses me off that the twisted bow is best in slot for getting.
You're supposed to use the god spells. Oh wait, psych. Just use a T-bow.
Yeah, it's like bring your bow, you're done. Same goes for like all the older bosses, like Mole, Chaos Elemental. It's basically just like bring your bow and you're good to go. and I hope they work around it. Like, it's fine for Inferno because it is best in slot, and it works. But for future PVM like Raids 2, I sure hope best in slot isn't going to be Twisted Bow.
That's going to be this new AoE flail that they're coming out with. I
range
can't
is
wait.
range is so fucked, in that the blowpipe is cost 2 mil, very cheap. I mean, I can at least appreciate it
it's
has
really strong.
it at least has a regular cost to it with the scales, but blowpipe is like, you will out DP, like if you're standing there naked with a blowpipe, you will out DPS somebody in fucking full bandos, Infernal Cape, and like max strength bonus. You will out DPS them on a monster that has like the same range. And
what was the if a player has 10 fingers, why can't it wear 10 rings? And if you could, you still wouldn't be able to out DPS a blowpipe.
yeah,
Something like that. It was so stupid.
Is so fucking overpowered. I on it, like, with the way that the range skill is, like the range weapons are, I don't think there's honestly any room for them to come out with any kind of ranged weapon, just because there's just no room for it. People voting no to like PvP armors, and people voting no to like whatever that armor was, that was Elder Armor, I think. Like, people vote no to like new best in slot melee shit, but they really have no idea how non-powerful it really is. So, like, Twisted Bow and Blowpipe are so fucked. Range skill is fucked.
I don't think they're gonna nerf the T-bow.
No, they never will. Like, they're not going to nerf.
They can't.
They can't. Yeah, they can't nerf the T-bow. They can't nerf the Blowpipe. It's just that they don't like them.
I do hope they take the items into account though for future content, because I don't want to be like, oh, Raids 2, oh, what do you bring? Oh yeah, full armor and a Twisted Bow, no problem. That's, I don't know, just make some bosses have like,
they should make something in
something in
Raids 2 should be melee only, because there's nothing in the game that you melee anymore. You should need to melee something.
I think the Twisted Bow and Blowpipe were a mistake. It shouldn't have came into the game. Makes balancing or future balancing very difficult. It was cool to have like the Dragon Hunter crossbow come out. People thought it'd be good at KBD, but you just take Twisted Bow and it's way better than it. It's just kind of weird. I don't know.
Also, Blowpipe is better than Dragon Hunter crossbow for brutal black dragons too.
Yeah,
like,
pretty silly.
They really do need to buff the Dragon Hunter crossbow.
With which darts though?
Doesn't matter what darts.
You can use like Mithril darts and it's still better.
You could use bronze darts. It'd still be better than a Dragon Hunter crossbow. Brutal blacks. I think that the Dragon Hunter crossbow should be buffed to be somewhere in between Blowpipe and Twisted Bow for dragons.
Was this question meant to be about nerfs, not buffs?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Got anything?
No, that was it. That was all. That's all I had to say. I was at the top of this question. I'm done. Just saying that that's kind of the wrong direction to go for balancing.
It is.
You don't buff to keep up with broken content. You nerf that broken content.
It is, but I don't think in any way.
Keep up with it.
I just don't think they would ever in any way nerf what is the bow or pipe.
Oh, and then there's that magic weapon as well. That's kind of busted. The
what I want?
Oh no, the trident for PVM.
Trident ain't shit.
Trident is fucked.
Well, like, you don't use the normal spellbook for damage ever anymore since that thing came out.
Okay, I do see how you got a point there. It is pretty bad.
Those new runes coming out though. Maybe they'll be.
That's not even getting out. It's the Kodai one.
Kodai one's still broken.
Well, yeah, because barrage, etc., but not really for the normal spellbook, which should be, in my opinion, it should hold the best spells for single combat.
It will soon with the surge spells.
I hope so.
Oh no, it will.
Well, yeah, for single combat.
All right, so let's talk about the Premier Club. You guys have seen all the advertisements and everything going on Twitter on the homepage. But one of the things that comes with the Premier Club is an unlockable emote with a bronze shield, a silver one, and a gold shield emote unlocked in the game. What do you think of Jagex essentially selling unlockable in-game content for money?
They should stick to that in RS3. Just
wow.
Hey, I played RS3 for a long time. I can say some stuff about it.
RuneScape 3 has an advent calendar and we don't.
Aren't we getting like a 12 days of Dragon Slayer?
Oh, apparently,
I want a fucking advent calendar.
shut up.
It
Apparently,
gives me a
anyone
little
can get the
fish.
emote and you don't need to pay for it. So, perhaps they changed that shit in.
Who the
So we'll just ignore that question and move on then.
Buyable Tota Sports.
Oh, you can just
whatever,
type in
so
the code
ridiculous.
Premier Club 18 and you get it.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, sweet. Yeah, I bought the thing though.
Next question then is something very very popular that's come up in discussion over the last month. The heat of it's really died down, but what did you think about the Mod Jed conspiracies and Jagex's public statement about it and their investigation?
I didn't read anything about it.
Should I remove your
I
name?
just heard a lot of drama. I didn't know I was first back to back.
Get out.
Oh no, I think it's pretty disgusting what people did to Jed. The chances of him being guilty of it were minimal, and a lot of the accusations were just completely unfounded and by people who weren't accurately representing their interests. So I'm not a fan of the whole Mod Jed conspiracies, even as a joke. It's just not good, and it creates a negative image for him later on in his life that he didn't deserve.
I found it to be very interesting. Whether it was true or not, it was still something that I found to be entertaining as a reader and observer. Whether or not, like their findings was that he wasn't involved or anything like that, and I'm okay with that. It didn't really seem like they spent a whole hell of a lot of time looking at it though and investigating. But one thing that I really like is that they did actually make a public statement. Like, what was the official fucking title of it? No, but I like that they addressed it and said, no, that shit did not happen. Like these fuckboys think it did. But yeah, there was a clear conflict of interest whether or not it was true, and I don't like, it's unfortunate that he was kind of forced to resign from Rot, but I mean, conflict of interest, like, you got some of the mods that are part of like other PK clans or skilling clans and shit like that in the past, but like it hasn't been shit that has been competing for real money. So I don't know. I find it interesting that these people that came out and were talking about this didn't post about this a while, like much earlier before than what they did. Witch hunt.
Yeah, I think it was good that they released a statement on this, especially so quickly. And it does suck that he was getting as much shit as he was, and we're not even sure if it happened or not. Apparently, it didn't happen, so it's no good. It does suck that he has to like just step down from Rot, but I kind of don't agree with him being able to be in Rot when they're competing for real money. Just kind of odd.
Yeah, fair. I've personally talked to some JMods in the past over the years and tried to get info out of them over, updates, because I'm curious, of course. And they never really tell you anything, and I doubt Jed did anything to help Rot in in their Deadman Mount stuff. So I don't really like the public witch hunt that was going on, just because Rot has like a bad rap. And yeah, I don't know. Kind of feel bad for the guy, because I feel like he doesn't deserve all the shit he's been getting.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Like people shouldn't be shitting on Jed for some made up conspiracy. They should be shitting on Jed for the poor quality of the Wilderness Rejuvenation 2. There we go.
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Alright, so the data stream, Matt K had a data stream yesterday. If you guys who are on the document here, click that shit and you'll get to pull up all the images there.
Oh, I just watched that thing. It was super interesting.
Yeah, so what did you guys think about the quality of the data stream compared to the ones that we had in the past? What was your favorite stat that was shared in the data stream as well?
Okay, so I watched it. It was pretty clear what he was talking about with all the sheets. I believe it was, I don't know, they talked too much around the information last year, I believe. They took for fucking ever. And they picked some pretty interesting information. Like the rarest item and shit wasn't really interesting to me.
Oh, well, you didn't like the cup of milky nettle tea?
Yeah, I didn't really care much for that. It scared me how common platinum tokens were in the game, personally, because there's really a lot of money like just sitting there. And most interesting fact was the fact that people kill Zulrah more before premium. That, like, I really didn't expect that. So yeah, personally, I found that fascinating.
I just thought the stream overall was pretty boring and disappointing compared to last year. It was high quality enough to not be like laughable, but it wasn't high quality enough to be interesting. All of the stats were just kind of boring. It wasn't so much stuff you don't expect, or you wouldn't expect, as hey, guess the number for this one this year. And I didn't really enjoy it too much. The only thing I liked were the probably Matt K drawn graphics that were hanging out in the top corner. They were high quality.
Which one of those was your favorite?
The chest, the clue
Yes,
scroll
the
chest.
chest was excellent.
I think I took
chest
a
with the
picture of
apron.
that. I'll try to find it.
The the shading on that chest, it's like dark in some areas and bright in others. It really didn't make any sense. The thing is wearing a brown apron.
What, the clue chest?
Yeah. Ginge will have
Yeah,
it.
he drew. I'm pretty sure he drew it. I'm trying to find the picture. Carry on talking.
Trickool, what you got?
Didn't watch it. I'm literally just skimming through it right now. Why do so many people kill the archaeologist? The hell does it drop?
Pet?
It doesn't drop a pet.
It's
Chaos
the
Ellie.
chaos elemental thing, doesn't it?
Yeah, Chaos.
Archaeologist. No, you're talking about Chaos Fanatic.
Oh, my bad.
Who the hell's the deranged archaeologist then? And why have
Uh,
90,000 kills been done in the past year?
I think that boy drops the fedora.
Yeah, 90,000 kills for the fucking
I
fedora.
think Iron Man killed it for like a rune crossbow or something like that, maybe.
Oh right, yeah, and the D-stone
That's pretty interesting, and the amount of Skatizo pets that there are in the game is crazy. Already more than a Chinchompa after they've been in the game since 15 or something, 2015.
So I don't know if like the beginning of the stream relates to the quality of the stream because
Hey man, take the question however you want.
Mod K was all over the place at the beginning. Had no idea what he was doing. He was literally searching Google on how to stream data.
I found that to be the most
And then making
enjoyable
all
part of
kinds of
this
funny
stream.
noises. Exactly. But
I
I also
felt
thought
really
what
bad.
was interesting was the amount, like the value of T-bows. So basically, it told us that there's like 3,000 T-bows in the game, I believe. I thought that was
Fuck
pretty
me.
cool.
It's a lot.
Oh yeah, that was quite interesting. Like I was quite surprised how like the most valuable items in the game actually make up a large amount of the value. I would think like blood runes or something would like take the cake on that.
Oh no,
But it
hell
was,
no.
but it was actually like twisted bow. What
Yeah,
else was
because
on
you
there?
use
That's
blood
it.
runes, whereas T-bow stays in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair. Ellie's was on there as well, I believe.
Bront,
Like
what'd you
it was that.
Don't really have anything to add. Most of my thoughts have been said.
What was your favorite one?
I don't remember. It was so bland. It was kind of boring.
What would be some? Oh, never mind. That question's coming next.
Don't spoil it, please.
That would have been one of the few times ever that I would have spoiled a future question that I added in. That would have been a first. Sorry, go ahead.
I didn't watch it yet. Plan on watching it probably after this Q&A, but seems like it's much better than last year, so that's good. And my favorite stat is probably the raid completion or started number, just to see how consistent it's been throughout the year. It's really nice, since it's probably my second favorite update this year.
How many raids have you completed?
About 300.
Was there anything comparing Zora kills this year compared to Zora kills last year?
No.
I don't think so.
No, it just showed how many were killed this year.
That's a shame because
Yeah.
like there were the amount of people not killing it increased enough to make it to where it was the same GP an hour as it was pre-nerf this year, which is quite a lot of people, I think.
Yeah, it's just, for me, the most enjoyable part of it was Matt K having some technical difficulties at the beginning of it. We were sitting in teams like we were trying to predict what noise he was going to make next while trying to, like he looked like he was stressed as a motherfucker up there. Like
Was it
what?
or a
Exactly.
It'd be
I
like,
can't remember.
doos were pretty good.
Which one was it though? We had a bet.
I bet on a doo.
I don't think
I
he
bet
made
on
any
a
of the sounds after that.
He
Yeah.
didn't make any more noises. He just turned it off and said, "I'll be back later."
Yeah,
fuck.
but like those,
Did you-
like the 3 or 4 minutes was great.
Did he
Like
make a frowny face?
I need to go back. I really hope that they didn't delete that past broadcast. I need to download
That
that.
used to be standard though. Do you remember back in the day when he used to do the rare giveaway live streams on his own channel?
Yeah.
Be do with RuneScape music all day.
Just sitting in his living room.
Yes, he would. Yeah, with his fucking dog.
I
That part
I enjoyed the beginning of it. The stats that were shared were, I'll say overall it was extremely underwhelming for the stats that we got. The one that I liked most was how much like value the economy is, like how much if everything was sold in the GE, what the value would be. I like that. 73 trill. There was also another. There was also another 73 somewhere in that number. But that to me was my favorite stat that I got to see. Getting to see the number of bots banned was cool, but I don't know. Overall, I felt like a lot of the information that was shared was nothing special at all. Like who's been doing what clues and how often these clues have been getting completed and the average value of a clue over a certain amount of time. That was I didn't really like that. The getting to see how far people get on the Inferno attempt though I thought was pretty cool. Like the average length and time. Getting to see boss kills wasn't anything really too special. One thing that I think was a huge upgrade was that we actually have values on the X and Y. Like the previous graphs were pretty bad. But
yeah, those were awkward as fuck last year.
Getting to see how like what the most trained stats are and like who's gained the most like what stats have gained the most XP I thought was interesting, but I mean that's information we can get from CML anyway. Like there just really didn't seem like a lot of stuff being shared that we wouldn't already have been able to assume. Like showing us the boss kills and the boss pet, like showing us the boss pets I thought was fucking dumb. Didn't like that. I was pretty annoyed while watching it when Matt K would be like, "All right, get how much do you guys think for this? How much do you think?" And then we wait there for a fucking minute, and then he finally shows us, and then he smirks, like,
just 69.
Just give us give us the data. Getting to see the most, like what the most items are in the game. I mean, we can already make those. Like none of that information on there was surprising because you can see all of that shit on fucking like the Grand Exchange site anyway as like most traded items. So there just wasn't really much new information or valuable information. One of the things that I really hated was seeing the average, like I like and hate at the same time, the average player and how the average player has progressed and what they were before and what they are now. I put a thing in the chat like, ugh.
How's that even possible?
Very underwhelming overall.
It's like 3 levels up everywhere.
Yeah. Alright, so what was I think we can kind of pretty much agree for the most part it was pretty underwhelming. What data would you like to see on there that wasn't shared? What is some data you're dying to know? Bront? Well. Bront, where you at?
Okay, me first then. I don't care.
Go ahead.
I would personally like to see the average time people would play the game.
Ooh. I like that.
And I would like to see like the top amount of money on an account without stating the name for obvious reasons.
Like also without staking, like who has the most money without staking? I know it would be some flipper, but still.
Well, how much money some guy would have at a certain time. Like it would be pretty cool to like see how many billions upon billions the top 10 people would have.
Hey, let me just cut in quick while it's on my mind. Matt K, when he showed like how much value was in the game, or like the top 10 items, he was like, you know, how about you guys go and calculate how much that is worth on the black market? And then he'd be like, yeah, so it's worth millions and millions of dollars. He should not, as the product manager, be fucking saying, all right, what is this worth on the... What?
Yeah, that was pretty.
Yes, he actually said, how much is this worth on the black market? You guys can calculate it out for me. Okay,
would you rather they just ignore that as a potential issue and just pretend, oh no, that doesn't exist?
There's just
Yeah,
no
it's-
reason for it
It
to have
shows
been
that
brought up.
he's conscious of it. He knows it's an issue.
It wasn't relevant though.
It had
what
no,
happens
it
if
had
someone
no
logs
reason to
in
be
and has
included
no
on the
idea it
screen.
existed? I want to pick up RuneScape. I'm going to buy some stuff because the project manager told me that those resources were available.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Well,
not
there's still
okay.
more people playing the game. That's good for him.
No.
Fuck off.
Randy's right. That's bad.
Matt K should have never said any, like, you can't be saying that kind of shit. I do not give a fuck. You can't be saying that shit.
What don't you give, Randy?
Fuck.
Wow, there
Alright.
goes
Everything.
your monetary profit
Alright,
of
that
YouTube.
that one guy, go ahead.
Oh, right.
Or
I just
Bront,
said
you
my
weren't even
partner.
here when it started.
It's not Bront, it's Brent.
Well. Hot.
Wait, what even is the question?
I don't
What
know
data
if Mod Lottie replied to, I think Jicklum tweeted out for me because I asked it, and it was like how much money is left the game from max capes being purchased and whatnot. I'd like to know how much GP is left the game through that.
That'd be a good
I'd like
stat.
to know how much money leaves the game from items despawning, even though we have the permanent gravestones.
how much would have left the game if we didn't have them?
And that too.
Oh my
That would
dude,
be
I would
good
have
to
lost
see.
a bill on my own.
Something else I'd like, I really do like the average playtime per. I'd like to see the average amount of GP that was
total
brought
playtime,
in.
playtime
Like,
per
I'd like to
day.
see the amount of GP that came into the game as a direct result of the Karamja shop. They'll never give it to us, but I'd love to see what it was. How impactful it really is.
Well, I know one player brought in at least 500 billion. So
Billion?
Billion. Wow. That's a lot of billions.
500 million's quite a lot.
It's a lot.
Well, like most of Hexis people were pretty active with the Karamja store, right? It doesn't mean like many other people were doing it.
Oh no, many people were. Best believe.
You better believe.
you could assume 50 times the money you made, right? Is what you put into the game as GP.
I mean, I think I made somewhere between 4 to 7 bill from the shop. I'm one person.
Yeah. So you
So-
probably brought in 300 bill.
Well, then again, if you were to alk all that money or all that shit, how much would you have profited?
16. Well, I wouldn't have. I wouldn't have done it.
Well, somebody would have done it. Be it
Would
auto
they?
clickers.
Yeah,
be
no,
it-
I don't really know that they would.
I mean, how else would
Yeah,
it be?
most of the items people shopped met the demand of the shop, so they weren't too many of them. People made them for the shop.
Yeah.
Yeah, the prices went up to a certain price because of the shop.
Yeah, I never really done Karamja store because I don't altscape. So I guess you guys know better because you are dirty altscapers.
I never shopped.
Yeah, but you're still a dirty altscaper.
Yeah, but you don't get a
I
pick.
take great offense
I
to
put
that
effort
statement.
into my money.
I'd like to see the average number of quest points per person.
Well, it's gonna be diluted by the casuals.
Well,
So,
as every
yeah.
single average for any statistic ever will
Yeah.
be. Look at the average
yeah,
player. That
yeah, the
average player, you could
player,
get those stats in fucking 3 days.
Yeah, I'm sure at least 50% of those accounts were just level 3s that nobody ever logged into.
Yeah, if
Or
they
level 3 flipping accounts.
for those averages, they should just take the bottom 2% of accounts and just take them out of the calculation.
Should be like voting. You know the stats you need to vote.
Yeah.
Just like have it from those accounts and upwards, the average.
That's a good idea.
There you go.
Yeah, I don't know. I would like to see more info on like the top 1% players because
Top
I don't
1%
know.
of players control 90% of the economy.
Yeah, exactly. But like I would see like how much if I would like be one of the 1% in like some aspects.
I'd like to see some like specific ones with filter, like the average play time of accounts that have like over 2K total. What is their average
Thinking
their average play per day over like the last year? Shit like
Dang it,
that.
that includes Nightmare Zone time. That's a lot.
Yeah,
of
it
time.
does. It does.
Things like RuneScape, like they have so many subscribers that like also has over 2,000 subscribers, so the top 1% like 2,000 people.
Think about how
Pretty
much
sure
playtime is
top
phones.
2,000 people fucking.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
suck.
that's something that they could have easily fucking shown us was how much how many hours were spent on RuneScape this year. They have that information. Easy to
That
see.
number's too big.
Yeah, it's like there isn't enough data in the world to hold that number.
They have it. They
like
could easily get it.
Like a Googleplex.
Dude, Hans knows it like times all the like Hans info on every account.
Yeah,
And you
just
have
add it
your
up.
number done.
Very
yeah,
easy.
simple as that.
Like
They
it is.
joined
It's very easy for them to
somewhere
get that
here.
information.
Used to have like an EHP 2000 whatever of like the top 200 players, and the hours we'd play would be dangerously high.
Like imagine if those people put their efforts towards like curing cancer instead of.
I think that was
But
the
here we
exact
are.
wording of the,
Hey
the
man, we have
remark
something
towards
better
it.
to do, like gaining XP. Come on, man. Curing cancer.
Let's see if I can find the one from 2016. I know we did one 2016.
Alright, so let's just take a look at some other stuff here. We recently hit a record of 71K players online over the last week. What kind of impact do you think mobile will have? Like, how many more players do you think we could have online at a time sometime next year? Let's get your estimate how many concurrent players will hit. Go.
I don't know, 100.
73.
There are more than 100 players on right now.
100,000.
Alright, that's better.
But I still won't be able to find a world for those with 100 people online.
I don't think mobile's going to be as big as people think.
I think it's gonna be huge. I think we'll probably hit like 110K.
Yeah, I think it's going to explode. There's a lot of people that used to play back in the day, and if it's gonna be like, you know, a small Pokemon Go thing going
Yeah,
on.
but it's not fun to play on a phone though. It's horrible.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be terrible, but like for a month, I think we'll see a large increase, and then only like the efficient cookies
Jesus.
will play on their phone.
I think more casual people will play on their phone than efficient people. Efficient people aren't gonna leave their fucking desk.
Well, like I have a job. I play on my phone during said job.
Just within Hexis in 2016, the cumulative play
EHP,
all,
mind you.
well,
Not
yeah,
even
the
just
cumulative
cumulative play.
EHP, the cumulative EHP of all. Let me have a look. Actually, the cumulative EHP of all 113 players was just over 14 years, and that's just Hexis. And like there was at least 20 people who didn't play over 100 hours that year.
It's not bad. No, when you consider a decent portion of them are playing a third of a year each. because that's 8 hours a day.
Yeah.
Wow, some of you people need to get a
Whoopsies.
life. Yeesh.
That's what phone zoning's for.
But with mobile, I wouldn't be surprised if it peaks at 200k.
What the fuck?
Well,
Yeah,
it's
that's not gonna happen.
ridiculous. No, they don't have to be playing. They just have to be logged in and trying it out. That's it. I said peak, not maintain.
Yeah.
Like saying 110k, 40,000 isn't
Okay, how many
that big.
ever peaked when old school came out? was the
66k was the
60K?
peak.
Yeah, and 1.5 million accounts voted yes. It's not going to go over 100k. There's no way.
Not over. I think that's a
Gentlemen's
pretty big
bet.
thing to say.
Okay,
Oh,
well, place
Jesus
your
Christ,
bets,
I'm not in a
boys.
Yeah,
competition.
put the bets in right now.
If 1.5 million accounts vote yes to old school and 60k log in, it's not going to go over 100k.
I agree with Bront.
I'm
I
putting
bet-
my money on 150.
I have low expectations for mobile.
I bet 40 buckets of sand.
40,
Oh,
I'll
that's a big
double
bet.
that. 80 buckets.
Bro,
of
you need
sand.
your bucket of sand to fill the ditch.
I've got 84 a day.
Yeah, let's put all of our daily buckets of sand into a pool, and whoever gets closest wins all of our buckets of sand.
Well, I'm not selling my buckets.
Yeah, I'm nearly at 100.
You
Not
won't have
selling
to
them,
sell your
giving them
buckets.
away.
You'll be giving them away.
No, fuck you. They're my buckets.
They're very
I worked
precious.
hard for those.
Oh yeah, logging in every day. That's working hard.
Oh, you
You
know
don't even have to log in. I don't think. I think it just still goes straight to the bank.
You have to log in for them. I'm pretty
Oh
sure.
fuck! I really hope that mobile doesn't bring on like a new age of players that like I understand that mobile like their demographic is players who played in the past, but I don't want them to attract new players. Uh like in the chat there, like so many little kids have fucking smart devices. You got games on your phone.
I'm not gonna play RuneScape though.
Competition
They might.
with the title.
Fucking
Old
kids.
RuneScape?
They play Minecraft. That's not too different from RuneScape. The graphics,
Minecraft is
see it.
shit to
the
play on a phone
graphics suck,
compared
and it's
to
a bad
RuneScape.
game. Like both games hit those check marks.
RuneScape's
really
point
hope
and click.
they're
That's
not
made for
gonna
touchscreens.
make updates suited to mobile players, though. I really hope they're just
Do you
Nah,
gonna
they
really
like,
won't.
point and click on a
this
phone
is
though?
mobile.
They already have.
but-
Corsair
Yeah,
Cove was
that's what
made
it
for mobile free-to-play players.
Was it?
Basically, it was made because they're expecting to have more free-to-play people in the game, so they want to be able to say, hey, we know you played free-to-play back in the day, but look, we've got new free-to-play content.
Well, yeah, but
Come try
I
it out.
sure hope they're not gonna do like, okay, there's this more AFK methods just to like please the mobile community of
Like a big tree that you just kind of sit at and cut all day.
yeah, like a blue colored one or something. Like I would disagree. But
HLC 2015 had 456 players in it, with a cumulative gain of over 35 years of EHP. And your boy came 5th.
I miss the old Trickool.
Yeah,
35 years!
between just 400 people. All right. So happened the Deadman final happened last week. How did you guys think the new Deadman went? How was your viewing experience? How did you like the format compared to the previous ones? And there's a couple of us. Tell us a little bit about your Deadman experience.
Well, I ended up playing Deadman, helped the PvP team, did Hunter for them. It was pretty fun. I didn't play like too much, but it was decent, I guess. I do understand why people really like Deadman though. Like after trying the tournament, It's just that there's a lot of stress going into it, especially since you're playing for real money. And this Deadman final was really good. I think it came down to actual skill instead of like who was surviving an AOE pile. It was really nice to see. It's unfortunate how it came out or ended up finishing out, but it's alright.
Yeah, I also participated in just the skilling. I didn't want to like actually do combat and participate in the final, but I was assigned woodcutting. I just chopped willows while runecrafting lavas, and eventually got up to magics, and I just chopped magic trees and supplied the clan with magic logs. Good times.
Why would they need magic logs?
For desert treasure, and
Oh,
just
right.
it was a source of GP as well. Help them fund certain stuff like construction and whatnot.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, the role of Hexis was to gather shit, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Bront?
Just
I think he's deleting his name. I don't
Oh,
know
But
what's
then he
happening.
undeleted it, or somebody did.
no one undeleted it. Ginge, your name was up there next to his, so I guess it's your turn.
It was definitely one of the better ones to watch, but at the same time, it was way too fucking long. It was like 2 hours, and the first one had little to no actual bearing on the outcome of the second hour. And then the second hour was way too long because they were just kind of focusing on what seemed to be random fights rather than. I think it would have been better if they had a more significant delay between the recording and the casting rather than just between the casting and the presentation to the public. So they record it, and then someone goes through the footage and finds, all right, these are the interesting fights where the commentators commentate them, rather than just having a couple of people standing there running out of potions and eventually killing each other through pure RNG. They could have tried to highlight more interesting content, but the format itself was good. I liked that.
was Trick interested?
I
Oh.
was not.
Okay. Yeah, personally, I really liked the 1v1 aspect of the Deadman mode. I would have liked them to split it up, the like clan part and the 1v1 area, because in the end, like the guy who won didn't actually win because he splashed or something, and they could have used that time to like weed out and disqualify the people who needed to be disqualified. Because it was kind of awkward for me to be like, oh, the guy won. Oh, wait, no, plot twist, he didn't. But overall, I really liked the 1v1 aspect of it, and it was like there's improving every season, I feel like. So it's getting to a point where I would actually like watch and enjoy the entire shit show that's going on instead of just like watching it because I'm interested in who's gonna win the 10K.
Oh, it's up to fucking 30K for first and second. Like,
Yeah,
I
whatever.
really
Who's
don't
gonna win?
understand why they're giving away so much more. Like, are more people really gonna watch it because they're playing for 20K instead of 10K? I don't fucking think like.
Dude, 20K is 1 year minimum wage over here.
I just don't
That's like
understand.
40 hours a week.
I just don't
I think it
understand
just
why
gives more
they.
incentive to compete. That's all.
Yeah, I guess. Congratulations to the boy who won. Hexis did win Deadman. Then if you want to argue that we didn't, the boy who then won after our winner didn't win used Hexis supplies all week. Used our CC, used our supplies, and won. Congratulations to the other clan that he decided to split with after Laven. I enjoyed Deadman. I really did. I made a half an hour video of myself talking about it. So if you really want more information about my experience and my opinion of it, go ahead and check my YouTube channel. But I understand why a lot of people fucking like it. I had fun, but it's not something I'd want to participate in the future. They did a really great job. The heat map was great, I felt. And yeah, the heat map isn't getting enough love. The heat map was great, and the 1v1s that they had was good as well. But overall, I don't really have much more else to say about it. Good on them. This one was done well. So new method that's become publicized is spec transfer while using on an alt while slaying. So the idea is you have an alt that has a pool and fairy ring in its house, and has got the magic level and everything for spec transfer, and has done like the Desert Elite Diary to teleport out to the Calphite Cave. Doing this can increase your overall Slayer XP per hour by like 5k or so roughly, but on your cannon tasks, nearly doubles your melee XP per hour. So, what are your thoughts and opinions on this new spec transfer alt Slayer method? And will you be doing it?
Personally, I think it's really cool that people thought of it. But personally, I don't use alts, and it kind of discourages me to do Slayer for a while because I won't be able to get the best rates with the current meta. And like, it's probably gonna change in the future anyway. But yeah, it's like I said, it kind of discourages me to do Slayer at the moment because I don't do.
Yeah, I think it's pretty interesting that it took this long for somebody to find out, I should use this AoE weapon and restore my spec on my alt. But pretty cool. I don't know if I'll be doing it. Maybe I will. I don't know. But I think overall it's a pretty cool method. But I could see why somebody would be like discouraged if to slay if they don't have an alt, just because of how much of an increase this is.
Well, it's only 5 to 10k, isn't it?
Yeah, but you get twice as much melee XP. That is the biggest thing of it. Like, that is what you're doing it for, is the extra melee XP as well.
Okay, right.
Like you would
everyone who would do this already has all the melee XP you can have anyway, so.
Well, you can do melee XP pretty AFK during the times where you can't be online if you like do the phone thing in Nightmare Zone.
Oh yeah, that's what he's saying.
So it doesn't really affect me.
Ron, did you have any opinion? Or I don't even know
why. Yeah, it's
why.
Unfortunate, but good job, Oscar, I guess.
I'm surprised that more people weren't doing this earlier on, because like some people use the bulwark to lure like Necreals in the room. So surprised why more people didn't start doing this much earlier on. Disappointed in myself, and thank you, Oscar, for putting this out there. I think that it's pretty great just because of it's some beefy fucking requirements that you need to have on your alt to be able to do this. Like it's really no joke. So it's not like it's something stupid in like terms of like silver jewelry, like something so cheap and easy to be able to get such a big
it
buff.
is.
It takes like the requirements for your alt though are pretty high that you got to get.
But it's not any actual time taken away from you playing the game on your main account.
Exactly.
You are not losing anything. There's no actual opportunity cost.
You are paying nothing to get free XP per hour.
Silence.
Yeah, I was trying to think of something witty to respond with, and I had nothing.
There's no wit or logic to respond to that one.
I understand that you're happy, but it's not balanced.
I'll take the W.
Take it. I'll be doing it. I'm
Take-
working on my alt right
take
now.
the work.
All I have to do left is get 91 thieving and like just get the Slayer points that I need to buy like the shit that I need for it, and then I'll be good. But yeah, I'll be doing it. I like the method. Hot.
Hey.
Sorry. I think it's great. I'll definitely be doing it. Like I love innovations to skilling. I don't know if I'll be doing the cow fight part. Like I don't want to do Desert Elite on my alt, so I probably won't bother with that. But I'll definitely do Degs, Suklas, and Dark Beasts.
All right, so question that I liked. I think it was asked on one of the Q&As. It's like, how many accounts do you have? So, question for you guys is like, how many accounts do you guys have that like you actively play on? You know, like let's say log in once a month. And what are those accounts' purposes?
Whenever I slay, I have an alt to lure monsters for me, but I don't play it anymore. But I do have an account that I just flip on the side. Outside of that, it's really only two.
Got the main account, got the alt, got the Slayer luring account, got the Pier, got the Void. Got like an account that I'm trying to make into like a future Brutal Black Dragon account as well. And that's it. No, those are also their purposes.
I'm gonna sound like a hypocrite now because I rarely use alts, but I actually have 130 accounts for Warband.
Hey, wait, stop right there. Stop right there.
Dirty
Stop
alt
right there.
user.
Stop right there. Stop right there. I think you said like 5 or 6 times throughout the podcast, I don't play alts. Specifically.
I don't like playing on alts.
Are
Yes.
they rafts?
They were rafts, or I sold the
Or
rafts.
warband ults?
Yeah, I
Great
made a lot of
combination.
money getting warband supplies and selling them to people for an outrageous
Beautiful.
price. So, you know.
You get people to pay half the rafts so that they get the 10% and then just make money off of their bonds, basically.
Yeah,
It's
like,
brilliant.
at a certain point, I could sell one account worth of warband supplies for 2.5 mil EOC, and I would, you know, do that on all the fucking accounts. But currently, I rarely log into them. Now the advent calendar might force me to log in on them again because it's free to play content. And like last year, there were like plushies and shit, which gave me a lot of money, like a couple 100 mil.
So are you gonna log into 130 accounts every single day for the advent calendar?
No, you would wait till the near end of the advent calendar.
Wait till 25 and open them all at once.
No, and
okay.
then pick out the relevant ones.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of them, like skilling lamp. Like let's be honest, I don't care about the skilling lamps. I care about the
Smolderings, there's the shining stars, and the fucking meteor ones as well. They're all really
How
good.
does password management work for about 140 accounts?
Uh,
Do you the password manager, or do you just use the same one?
Hopefully
this isn't too
yeah,
personal to ask, but I don't know, it's just interesting.
They're like throwaway accounts, and they have semi-similar account names and
Password
passwords.
1, password 2, password 3.
Old password.
Something like that, except less generic. And like beside that, I have my main and access to 3 other members.
Jesus. Alright. Alright. Alright, Ginge, go ahead.
I've got one account that I use to log on to old school RuneScape with, and I play, just old school RuneScape on that one. And that's about it, really.
What happened to that RS3 account?
Fucking
I haven't
sucks.
touched it since I started playing Slayer again. I just can't be bothered. It's not maxed or anything.
One guy.
I got my main that I used to play RuneScape. RS3 alt that I don't log into anymore. About 5 RAF accounts that I haven't touched since I gave them RAF. I am the best at losing money whilst making alternate accounts, though.
Oh, yeah, the Hexis account.
And the Hexis account, yeah, which I
Oh,
rarely.
yeah, and the Hexis
I
account.
log into that all the time and add people to the friends list.
There's that one time, like this time last year.
We
or
have been
something,
stuck in the jail for like 6 weeks. I don't. How do you get out? How do you get out of the jail?
You can only teleport out of it because you're not allowed to pick the lock on not free to play, so you have to tele. But like this time last year, I was updating the ranks. And I was like, "Yo, who's on the account? Can I go on it? I need to do the ranks." And Clay was like, "Yeah, hang on. He's fucking getting a woodcutting level or something on the Hexis account."
I have one account, and the purpose is to play old school on it.
Wow.
I have 3 accounts. My main, and then I have like they're kind of like multi-purpose. Like one has like 99 runecrafting and 99 mining. I switch between double deaths and amethyst mining, and the other one's like combat oriented, so it's for like neck luring, dust devil luring, and now it's Azora alt and gargoyle alt as well during like lavas and whatnot. So that's about it.
Out of all the alts I've made, I've probably lost about 200 mil old school from them. I only got back like 12 mil from RS3 after I finished with it. It's kind of stupid. I don't really know why I did it, but
Playing
it was
on
kind of
alt
fun.
is harder than what it looks.
I mean, like they just say play an alt, make money, and I just got lost.
Instructions
done
not
Revoir.
clear. All right. So we're getting closer towards the end of the podcast. So tell us what have you been up to throughout the podcast? What skills you've been training in game?
Well, I was gonna be scared that I would like swear and scream if I would die at KQ, so I've been prepared and done Last Furnace the entire.
I've been runecrafting.
What are you runecrafting?
Lavas.
Oh, nice. I've been doing agility, Zora, and amethyst mining.
I've been doing a bit of Slayer during the podcast. Nothing too exciting.
What's your current task?
Dark Beasts, which is nice. Don't have to pay any attention.
Okay.
I've done about I think 2.5 Abbey Demon tasks or something back to back. It's kind of bad. I wanted to go to bed about an hour ago.
Yikes. I've been doing Slayer. Had 3 Smoke Devil tasks, 1 Dag, 2 Dark Beast. Haven't been playing on any of my alts while doing this. So, yeah.
I've been crafting our battle staves.
That's a smiley for you. That was mean. I'm sorry.
Alright. So the year's coming to the end and they're done putting out updates. So what was your favorite and least favorite update of 2017?
My favorite was definitely the underwater swimming thing that came out with Fossil Island. And least favorite, the only one I could think of was probably the Mage Cape one, just because of how poorly it was done.
Not an update, but my favourite is the addition of Australian servers and actually having them work. It was a good one.
Was
the actual
was that
update,
this
I
year?
would say, yeah,
Bloody
it was August this year, obviously. I only started working in like October though. And the actual updates, it'll be the sortable friends list and clan chats. Least favourite would probably be the fishing guild expansion, because that's just kind of shitty and pointless, and nobody actually needed it or wanted it.
When did the runecrafting skill cape perk come out? Did that
Pretty
come
sure
out
earlier
this
this
year?
year.
Oh yeah, the best
Alright.
update this year was removing
That's
the
my
sack.
favorite, is because then you can do levels
Fuck
with
the
the
sack.
runescape, and you don't have to repair the pouches.
Fuck the sack.
Fucking hated repairing pouches with runecrafting. And my least favorite update, as always, is any quest. Hate quests.
Wow. Yeah, my favorite update was raids. That was this year. Really loved doing it on release with my kings and other people. Loved hanging out with those people. Got omelet twice BTW, and worst update, I don't know. Just the fact that those demons were so disgusting. It's the mage cape update. Like, the Europe demons really didn't have it for me.
Favorite update, I'd say probably silver jewelry, but I recognize that silver jewelry is broken. But like that's kind of for selfish reasons. In terms of like real quality, I really liked the nerfs that they did earlier in the year, like eliminating the Karamja shop as a inflation device. I think was a great job on their part. Something that
What, like a pump?
they should have done this back in 2014. I remember fucking when I first heard about it, I fucking like reported it in game and like tweeted about, or I don't know if I tweeted about it, but I definitely reported it and was like talking about that shit shouldn't be in the game. And I went on and abused it for a couple thousand hours, but I don't know. I really don't think it should have been in the game as long as it was. So love that they got rid of it. Least favorite update, I gotta go with the Wildy Rejuvenation 2. I just didn't need to come out when it did and the quality in which it did. Fossil Island Wyverns are giving it a run for its money, though.
Yeah, they are pretty bad.
Least favorite update is probably the skill cape perk buffs. Favorite update would be shop removal, but if I had to pick something else, since that's already picked, I'd probably say Inferno.
Oh yeah, Inferno
was
Oh, God, Inferno.
Inferno was very good for the game.
What was the second
And
big update
fun to
this
watch.
year?
Raids?
The second,
Yeah.
the second, we put 5
Fossil
quotation marks around that. What second one was raids? What did they advertise as the third big update? Even though it was like the 15th. Is it Fossil Island?
Oh, yeah. Probably.
I won't. So with 2017 coming to an end, what was your favorite achievement that you obtained in 2017? And what are your plans for 2018?
Is this me or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Oh my god, there's more. What the fuck? I logged out. I thought I was going to bed.
No.
Probably Tuner Mill Hunter, because it's the only thing I've actually done. And just
Guess
planning
I'll
to
be
keep playing for fun. Do what I want to do.
I guess maxing was cool. I don't know. For 2018, get some CML records and tuner mills.
Any ones you're eyeing?
What, tuner mills or records?
Either. Both.
Maybe smithing day again. Smithing 6-hour week. And tuner mill smithing, thieving, and maybe crafting. I don't know.
Okay. My greatest achievements. I don't know. I got 200 mil fletching. 4 skilling goals, I guess. I got omelet twice, which was a pretty cool achievement for me.
RNG goal.
RNG goals, yeah, pretty cool. Yeah, my plans for 218 is just to do whatever the hell I feel like. So I'll probably go for some PVM RNG goals and maybe try and get 200 mil smithing, cooking, or some other skill if I feel like it. Just to keep having fun, you know? It's still a game in the end.
Alright, so 2017, really nothing great. I don't think I really did anything worth a damn this year in terms of like achievement wise. But next year I'm looking forward to getting 200 mil Slayer and all combats. That's really kind of my only goal. I don't know how much I'm gonna be playing, but if I can just finish 200 mil Slayer at any point next year, that'd be great. At 93 mil right now, so I mean I know it's like 1100 hours or some shit. Hope I can get it done next year. Hope that I don't do too much agility. Fucking hell. That's become a real problem. My goal is to do less than 40 mil agility here.
My favorite achievement is, well, my only real achievement is 200 mil thieving. Also, I did 4K EHP year. And plans for 2018 is just
Joined
keep
Hexis.
gaining.
It's pretty
Yeah, I
big
joined
achievement.
Hexis in April, and just keep gaining EHP is pretty much the goal.
Well, I didn't really achieve anything this year again. And the closest I've got would be getting the mining pet. That was a bit unexpected. Maybe doing fantasy HP without completely fucking up, I'll take that as an achievement.
Yeah.
And then next year will just be getting for 200 mils, and then that's really all I've got to achieve.
Is your goal to quit when that happens? Like, do you think it's going to?
That's the other big goal, to
like,
not log back in.
Yeah, that's got to be a
remain
pretty
strong.
hefty goal.
It's pretty easy.
I don't know. I think it's going to be very difficult.
Not notable or anything, but something that I've definitely enjoyed doing a lot was maxing in RuneScape 3. It took like less than 1,000 hours, but it was fun as hell. And I have no idea what's coming next year. Kind of
Or
a
200
bit
mil.
tired. I don't even want to do that. That's fucking too stressful, dude. I want to lie down for a bit.
Alright, so this is going to be our last podcast of the year before Christmas and whatnot. So what are your New Year's, like, what's your New Year's resolution going to be?
Oh
Why'd you
shit.
delete that question?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Fine, alright, fine. Answer it. Go ahead, Pot. Pot, what are your actually, yeah, you know what? No, this is good that it's getting asked. What are your plans for the holidays?
What the?
Andy, we only needed the question once. What the fuck?
Yeah, for all the viewers out there, Randy just fucked up our entire sheet.
Was not me. You can clearly see.
Can't believe you did that.
You can see
Yeah.
what name is fucking about. So, okay, what are your guys' plans for the holidays?
I don't know about you, but Anonymous Shrew is purple, and Randalicious likes purple.
Very suspicious.
Pot!
Okay, wait.
All right, okay.
Come on.
So I'm going skiing for like 3 days with my family, and then like
Free rank.
2 days later, I'm going to visit family in Wisconsin, and ergo, I'm going to possibly meet up with Randy. Hopefully, we can go do something.
Me, Boogie,
Mhm.
Pot, all coming together. Get ready for the screenshot.
Like at the same time, or
Yeah.
What, like looking at each other?
You guys better not be playing RS.
Not sure what we're gonna. I mean, I'm about to be bringing my laptop. I'm about
So you might watch some other material and not just get off to each other.
I'm about an hour ish away, and Pot's gonna be right like 10 seconds away from Boogie. If only Vegeta would have moved in already. Oh,
Yeah, 4-way.
be good.
Oh yeah, you bunch of no-lifers. You're gonna play RS the entire fucking time, aren't you? That's pathetic.
Dude, I'm not gonna be playing for like a week and a half.
Free
My
rank.
HP is going
Flatlined.
down. I might be doing some zone. It ain't gonna be completely flat.
Oh my god, get a life! Oh my god.
Alright, I am going to. So yeah, about to be meeting up with Boogie and Pot. After Christmas, I'm going to Minnesota for a week ish. Going to the Vikings game, week 17. Gonna be going to like the Mall of America and doing some other like shit like that. But gonna be out of town for a week in Minnesota over New Year's, so that should be fun.
Brent.
What are you playing? Play RuneScape.
nice. How
Solid
much you
answer.
reckon?
I don't know. Probably anytime that I'm not sleeping.
Oh, I'm not going anywhere this year. I think I'll just be sitting around on Christmas itself. I think I'm going to be working between Christmas and New Year's, but it's not going to be busy, so hopefully I'll just be able to sit around and do nothing and watch the cricket for a few days. Should be nice.
And watch what?
The cricket Boxing Day test.
Can't say I'm familiar.
Me and my family basically did Christmas today. I had all the family around and did it.
Why? Santa came early?
No, no one can be bothered doing it this year because everyone's going and seeing the other side of the family, and our other side of the family is all down south and fuck going down south. But I'm gonna be working. I think I get Christmas Day off, but New Year's Eve and then Boxing Day through to New Year's Day, I'm gonna be working, and it's fucking busy as fuck. I got roped into working like 50 hours a week at a job that I only want to do like 20, and it's really, really bad. I don't want to kill myself.
Just gonna see family and play RuneScape, I guess. Nothing too special.
Me personally, I have 2 weeks off now, so I'm gonna be trying for some KC or some EHP on RS. And I'm gonna celebrate Christmas and get drunk on New Year's, obviously. So, yeah.
All right. What are your guys' New Year's resolution gonna be?
Me personally, I wanna keep exercising 3 times a week. I have been for the last 3 months, and I want to keep that up. And yeah, maybe get a pet or two, or
Like a real pet or a virtual pet?
No, not a RuneScape pet. Come on, man.
Like a Neopet or a...
Nah, more like a danger hellfight queen
A
pet.
big bird or a bug?
Yeah.
Or a bear?
Yeah. Well, Wilderhood pets kind of scare me.
What?
Yeah, literally,
Wait, what did he say?
Not wilderness.
Oh yeah, the Wilderhood.
Yeah,
Dude,
what the fuck?
You've been up to 3 in the morning and you go and bank at Castle Wars and you see that Venom Artist pack, it will shit you up, I guarantee.
So yeah, no real RS goals. Keep going to school, etc. So boring. Sorry.
To me,
Yep.
last year it was to get like 6k HP, I think. That's what I wrote in the Hexis offsite thread.
This stream is bad.
So I guess
Disliked.
Have no evidence to hold you to, so.
So I guess like
That's take
12k this year then.
What, 12k total or 12k EHP year? Because that's pretty fucking good, dude.
Yeah, I'm gonna say total.
Okay.
That makes more sense.
It's less interesting though.
I was about to say, are you gonna double or not?
Yeah, the only logical step after a 6k year is to get to 12k year.
Yeah, why not?
I mean,
What about you?
my New Year's resolution is just going to be a
I'd have
just
to
going to be a
what about
continuation of
you?
2016.
Which
Like
is?
in
I'd have
2016,
to.
I wanted to.
What is your New Year's resolution?
Am I muted or something? Jeez.
No, Trickle's being a
No, you
bad
just
guy.
have
Trick was
three.
just drunk.
You
Ignore
just
him.
have 3 mature people talking over you.
It's just going to be a continuation of my 2016 New Year's resolution. Is just eat healthy and work out occasionally. You know, just keep up with that.
Good shit.
Oh,
I think my resolution will just be to not log into the game once I finally stop playing. It's a bit delayed, but I'll say that's what it is.
Yeah, I need to stop treating my body like shit because I'm gonna fucking die by the time I'm 30 if I keep this up. So, I'm gonna try and be good.
Think I'm just gonna try to get back into running again. It's the only thing I could really think of.
And I would like to I got nothing. I would just like to keep on living and still be alive.
Both?
Yeah, preferably both.
Okay.
Body is a temple,
Alright,
etc.
so in about a week or so, pending the brilliant work ethic of Ginge and Trick,
We do not include him in that sentence
Yeah,
if you're going to say brilliant work ethic. Think about it. He's been a shocker.
1.5. Seriously, last week I wasn't at my computer for more than an hour for like 6 days or something stupid.
Alright, so thank you to Ginge for putting together the best and worst of the Hexis Podcast 2017. It will be released probably Christmas Day if it's ready, so that will be our Merry Christmas to you. We also, Merry Christmas to you, the Hexis Clan chat will be open on Christmas Day. So on one of the days you should be spending the most time with your family, we'll open up our arms for you. We will be your family for you.
Come on,
Depressing.
Unless you're an Iron Man or a P-mod, at which point, fuck off.
So that'll do
Gonna
it.
have the Iron Man shoot down minigame again?
That was pretty fun. That was some good shit. But alright, that's our last podcast of the year. No idea when the next one's about to be. Follow us on Twitter at Hexis for information on when that's going to be, sometime early to mid-January. That is all. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. See you in 2018.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
also, bye.